Perfect.
Alright, guys, we're sorry. We are starting straight into the action since it's going, and we are going to start off with Shell, who is playing on a Skadia. I know, quite confusing, but they're going to move up. You have me, Shuri, and our co host, YOLO. How are you today, YOLO?
Yeah, I'm great. Looking forward to watch this tourney. Hopefully it goes well, and hopefully we see a bunch of different comps being played. But right now we're on Payload Race.
Yeah, and we are on a map that things are going to be pretty close, but the thing in the middle, that box that has an arrow on it, when you shoot it, it goes 2 times fast. So when you get to that last minute, that's where all the real important stuff happens. That's where you're going to have your really important plays, is basically just trying to keep the game close until that last minute. But right here, we have one team ahead by quite a lot, so and this could be hard.
Yeah, they've managed to get a good lead. It's always really difficult though to cross round the corner, but as soon as a team can manage to get a team wipe and do that, it's pretty much game over. So we'll
Uh,
see. We'll probably see just a stalemate, just keeping possession and pushing the enemy car back for the
yeah,
first 2 minutes.
definitely, for sure. And I mean, I think we're gonna go on with BMO. His Aletta is just so good. I mean, the
I
entire
know.
team.
I know. Kunai's a lad. He was talking to me about it earlier. It's something to be scared of, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Very good and calculated.
And it's gonna be really hard for him to be able to get this. And right here, we're gonna go on with Bugs, see if he can get around and try to flank. And that's exactly what he's gonna try to do. This is a really good technique, being away from the Sindri's orb, but being able to kill that turret is really important.
Exactly. Using the game mechanics to its advantage there, very important. Quite a lot of players miss out on that and complain like where are they getting shot at and stuff. If people don't know about the right hand side peak, they need to learn about it a bit more. But
For sure, for
still
sure.
very close. Actually, getting neck and neck now, which is interesting.
Definitely. And I mean, they're doing a great job though. BMO being able to take it out is not an easy thing to do, and they're keeping it close. I mean, this is a very close game. I wasn't sure that it was going to be this close in the beginning when I saw the teams, but I mean, it's an unbelievably good match so far. So
Yeah, I mean it's the top 4 teams, so it's got to
yeah,
be expected.
I mean, for sure, X13 just wins like every tournament if exclusive doesn't. So I mean, you just come in with those preconceived notions, but they're really proving that I mean, those two teams aren't the only two teams that you really got to watch out for. Bugs right here, making sure he gets that turret. Really good play by him, wall peeking while doing it, so he doesn't take damage. Great job on him for that. Let's see what the Sindri does. He's coming from the side. Is he going to be able to get behind him? He does end up getting him low, and he's taking
Right.
him out. And, oh, Bug's able to take the Sindri out. What a play. Great job over there.
Good value there.
For
Completely
sure.
out stalling.
Zoro going
But
hard. Oh, he's taken out by Finn. What a play by that Hunter.
yeah, it's very interesting. As I was saying, it's basically on this map, it's all about stalling their cards because you don't want to invest too much, be too offensive when they're respawning, and then get team wiped.
100%. And right here, Finn's going to be in a lot of trouble from the Skady, but no, BMO coming from behind. Let's go to his screen. He is actually trapped. And when he was trapped and couldn't see anyone, he was taking out that Sindri ult. He was just using his time really efficiently. And that's what you see from those top players, is when they're in a bad situation and can't do what they want, they go to the next best thing. And they get webbed and absolutely destroyed. That too.
I was about to say that, but it's keeping calm and collected when you're under pressure, which is the most important thing in comp. Like a lot of it is the mental game, just keeping up. If you're playing badly, just forget about it. Don't worry too much. Don't think about it, and just get back into the game. But they've got a noticeable lead now, so
Oh,
first
definitely.
game definitely go in their favor.
Yep, and they are going to win pretty hard. That last minute didn't come into play this time. It did a lot of the other weeks, and we're going to go ahead and go to our screens real quick. But the last few weeks have been pretty crazy with people just getting absolutely insane scores in the
Yeah,
last minute of the game. And it's been really interesting to see how these people are just doing some crazy stuff. Um,
I know
Like,
it's pretty crazy at the
yeah,
moment.
and
New methods are coming out, and
yeah, for sure, and
sorry, we cut to that.
for sure, and YOLO, did you see any of the last couple weeks tournaments?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of them. Obviously, I
Yeah,
was supporting my team ONX.
nice.
Thomas is playing tonight, so hopefully he does well. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting watching there's different styles that people play on different maps and changing the metas, playing different comps that you wouldn't expect to try and get the advantage. And
For sure.
with this new update coming with Vincent and Kelvin, that's going to shift the meta up a lot, which I'm looking forward to.
One big thing is in that last minute of these payload races, you get some pretty crazy stuff going on. Exclusive came back from an insane one.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
double speed.
Oh,
Crazy.
for sure. So one sec. If you can entertain while I join back, I got kicked out of the party, so I got to rejoin real quick. So I got to find the party code. But yeah,
Yeah, so is everyone looking forward to this update then? Coming and Christmas, especially, what are your guys' plans for Christmas? Are you going to be grinding ranks like I know a few people are? Or are you going to be with family and friends for at least a few days and then getting back on the no grass life?
Man, where is... There we
And
go.
also, can you largen the screen when it goes again?
Yeah, I definitely can.
Like an 8 on the screen last game.
No problem. But we are gonna be able to get back into this pretty soon. I just have to join the party. I need him to send me this code back, but we are gonna be getting back into it in just a second. I apologize, guys. Can you actually ask Leved for me, YOLO, to do that?
Yeah, will do.
Alright. But we are basically 1-0, and it is a best of 3, guys. Don't worry, this is the first round, and I do apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning. It is still a beta system, so it does take a little bit to get these things to work. But luckily for us, we got the 2 most entertaining casters in the business to keep you entertained. So
exactly. You know what's up when you've got the casters. But...
So, are you excited for Vincent coming up?
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, me neither.
Honestly, there's so much happening in the new year, and especially even just in December. The new ranks rewards, the new seasons. Oh man, I can't wait. But
oh, for sure.
Hopefully a lot of the player base comes out as we get more info on esports and how tournaments are going to change in the coming year. Hopefully it'll get bigger shift in the player base and make it a bit easier for us to cast.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, I see a lot of tournaments coming up, and I'm really excited to see the competitive scene kind of start getting fleshed out a little more. So exactly. It's really exciting to see more streams, and also T3 supporting these streams. So
I know it's
really
great
important
to see.
Yeah,
with them sharing on Twitter, letting us share it on their YouTube channel to get more people to watch, because obviously that's easier for people. And then just in Discord as well, supporting, giving a bit more prize pool, that sort of thing. It's great to help everyone that's trying to organize.
Definitely, and I mean, like, this tournament, guys, is for $500, which is great. So that in and of itself is huge. So
exactly. It's not just a few T-gems this time.
Yeah,
good money, good Christmas money.
Oh, for sure, and that is huge, and it matters a lot.
Yeah, it's the same lobby for the next game.
All right. I don't have that code. There we go. All right, we got the code back, so now we can get back into the lobby. 3, 2, 0. All right, and you guys don't need to know the password. And hopefully we can get in here. Okay, we are here, and everybody, we will be going into the game soon. As soon as we do, you guys will be there. But so, what are you excited to see from this? The teams are choosing their comps, so we're not going to show the screen. But like, what are you excited to see from this? And it's Crystal Assault, I believe, in the second games normally.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting to see Judex and Shell on both teams.
Oh yeah, Judex and Shell are mandatory. Their ults just give so much free damage. You can dive in, and even if you die, especially in double and triple damage, that's so much percentage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Got Judex. There's one angle that Judex can right side peek the Crystal from a good safe position as well, which makes that pretty viable. But then I'm expecting to see maybe a Sindri on defense because she's really good at cutting down that Judex and Shell trying to push up. Or other heroes like, which ones are we going to expect to see? Maybe a Scad on defense. You usually play with 2 offense, 1 defense, but
yeah. And so we are going to be doing Crystal Assault, and I'm not sure about the map.
Yeah, we'll see when it comes on. See what comps they pick. They're gonna definitely. Hopefully, they all remember to change ults because that's happened to me a few times in tournaments. I've just played Shell with second ult. And it's
no. Yeah, and everybody just gets to see you throw some people up in there and just wondering like, what's he doing?
Exactly.
Or what I did.
40 seconds in, and you put someone in the air, and you're like, oh.
All right. We will be getting into it, and I think we were playing on Temple Ruins for our first map. And honestly, like the other week it happened, and I was like, do they know something I don't? And that's the funniest thing about people forgetting to change their ults is a lot of the time people think, wait, what's this guy thinking? Like, I know he's a top player, so he
Could you expand the screen, please?
Yes, I can. I sure can. All right, and we are there. But we are getting into it, and Judex, they are able to take out BMO very quickly. Great job. We do have Shell coming up behind Bugs, and Bugs. Yeah, for sure. And Ares on the other side. Is he able to get some more damage? He is. Oh, did he get his ult off? I think he threw it, but it didn't go off. It may have been a flashbang. It's kind of early.
He should still have it.
Yeah. If
that happened, if it didn't register.
It was a flashbang. He does have his ult up now. Both Judex's ults are up, and so are the Shells. Shell already shot his. Shell actually playing Shell instead of Skady. That is a weird one. His namesake. So you got to imagine he's going to be pretty good at it. But Finn on the other end still has his. He has not been able to throw it yet, and so I mean that is something that we're gonna need him to do for sure, because the more you get your ult off, that is where majority of this damage is going to come from. Everyone's just killing, and then you're going to have those ults do a lot of that crystal heavy lifting. They're able to take out BMO really quick there, and now we have Shell. We have Shell getting around. He's just waiting for his ult to come up because it's so close, and that is going to be pretty huge right here. He's trying to take out a Judex at longer range. That is bold. But he is going to go to the bottom. BMO able to take out this injury, and now he's going on his next victim. Him and Bugs, such a good team there, that chemistry. And this is the third person. They take them all out. But Finn was able to take out the Shell, so that was pretty good, because now they're going to have their ults come up at the same time, and it kind of resets him doing his a little late. But I guess one of Finn was able to get his off, actually. Okay. And that is why the score, that was a really good job by Finn before he died to get that off and hit it. Bugs.
Judex getting their off as well.
Yep, exactly.
Coming in. 2 times damage just stacks massively.
Oh, for sure.
39% now.
And Bugs is actually a little bit late on his ult here. So when that 3 times damage comes up, you're going to have Ares get his up way faster than Bugs, and that could factor in the late game. But you're also going to have...
Exactly. It was almost worth it if he just taped it out.
For sure.
Hard to judge at this point.
And
damage with Shell, though.
Right now for Finn, should he almost wait until that 3 times damage to get there? But I mean, he's not going to have to wait for it. It will be there by the time he gets there. But the thing is, he's pretty low. It's going to be rough if he does not get this. And can he get it off? They don't get a stop on it. That is going to be a problem.
Getting massive damage.
Yes, over here. Oh no! The Fire of Justice runs into the steps. That would have been a game win if he could have got it over.
Oh my.
If he got it over the steps, it would have been a win. It's going down to the wire, and they actually get it 1% to nothing. What a game!
Almost such a throw with that Judex ult, but
Oh my!
came in clutch at the end by 1%.
What a play! Oh my god! That is absolutely insane. And while our team get ready for
Lambert
next
would
match.
like you to host now as well, if you can host games, lobbies.
I like the next one. Yeah, I can host the next one. But yeah. So
for some reason, yeah, the screen isn't going to full. It's going to just
yeah, I know. There we go. There you go.
yeah, because that's still only like an eighth of the screen in terms of like the entire.
All right. Well,
I think it's alright. It's quite hard to see.
I understand, man. I apologize, but we are gonna be doing control for our last round. So, what do you think about that? Like, what are these two teams go? Or wait, was that a 2-0?
That was a 2-0.
Or they're asking if it's a best of 5.
Nah, it's best of 3.
Oh, okay. So
Until the finals.
so we have the next one. I'll go ahead and start getting that in. Let's see. Next lobby, I will go ahead and get that, and then I'll get him the code. But so that means we're gonna be doing another payload race, and honestly, I'm really interested to see what kind of comps we're gonna run into. I'm assuming everyone's gonna have an Aletta.
Yeah, especially if you've got a good Alessa in your team, definitely play it. I think we'll see a Scad as well, most likely, just for that value. Probably a tank, or probably like a Sindri or a Ruby, and then maybe a Hunter in there.
Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. It was not that. Okay, so there is a game 3.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just gonna send you.
There is a game
Crispy
3.
County. Perfect.
Tell him I need to get back into the lobby real quick. But yeah, so there is a game 3, which is very nice. And that's why they want me. That's why I need to host it, because it needs to be on our ping, or on NA ping instead of EU. So 0.
Perfect. Crispy County as well. That's my favorite map in the game. I just love it. It's a lot of good positions. Hopefully, depending on which team has the right side peak, there's a massive advantage. But hopefully we see a Ling, Hualing getting played. It's so good on this map. We'll definitely see an Aletta, probably a Shell, maybe a Hunter.
I wonder if it's going to be control extended now that we have that option to make the weak side not matter.
Yeah, it should be.
So that would be interesting. I don't know if there is control extended in private. I think there is.
There is.
Very good. Then yeah. So if that is it, then it definitely should be. All right, I am in.
The heroes
all right.
tab, so.
All right, I'm in. If he can give me host, I can do that. But yeah. So Crispy County. Yep. Control extended. You're right. They do have that. So.
I think it's for next game for host.
Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, so this is best of 3, and we get a game 3 because we are very lucky between these two amazing teams. But man, if they lose this, that Judex is going to be hurting tomorrow that he hit the steps with that. That poor guy.
He is down to the wire with that.
But yeah, so that is rough. But hey, it gives us a great game 3, so can't be mad at it.
Showing off a bit of control, different comps
Sure.
play. It's always nice to see.
But yeah, so I mean, honestly, here it's gonna be really hard. like control. I think we are not playing control extended. It has been changed to control. So whoever's on bad side does have a disadvantage for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess the map sets were chosen beforehand, so makes sense. That you can't just change them in the middle of the tournament. But yeah, so these teams, there's no tanks. That's first. They're
Tanks have
that
really
might
gone out of the meta at the moment.
well as
There's
soon
so
as
many counters to do.
as soon as I said that, they changed to a tank, so I was wrong. There is a Ruby.
Ruby's a pseudo tank though.
Yeah,
In
true.
terms
Yeah.
of Bork got nerfed, he's not played anymore, and then Jabali and Victor just have been lost for a little while now. Too many counters.
Yeah, I mean a tank light indeed, but God, rubies are annoying though. Those shields, and then also if you have an Aletta on the other team, it is always a good counter pick as far as tanks go, because you got that range and they can really do damage to Alettas. The jumping around doesn't really affect as much, so it ends up being a lot better.
Yeah.
But
interesting that they picked a Sindri, because Ruby just hard counters Sindri, but
for
I see
sure.
why they've made that.
Well, what we do is we make them choose their stuff before, so they can't switch and counterpick. That way, you can't just counterpick endlessly. So you have to choose before. All right, so there we go. And there we go. I mean, honestly, I do love this map. I mean, in ranked, it is my favorite map to play.
It's perfect.
So I mean, there's not very many maps that I don't like, but this one's definitely one of my favorites. And most of that is because of the lanes that there are. You got 3 perfect lanes with great cover on every angle. And let's see what BMO can do here. He is just going to be standing off against that shell, and he has taken out that Sindri turret for his team. Man, normally something like a Sindri is going to be taking that out because he's just got the longer range capability, but BMO's so accurate, he can do it on an Aletta.
Exactly. It's always good to target that Sindri turret. It's so annoying for people, but as we'll see who gets the first cap, first control. But it's more about for the first minute or so of the game to get a team wipe, establish control, and then the other team really have to force a triple push.
And Zoro's out here. He is solo for his team. And look at him getting back, guys. Take note of that. My ranked matchmaking teammates, please. If you're alone and up front, you're not going to 1v3 him unless you're Waling. So if you're not playing Waling, please go back.
I know. Oh, man. Don't even get me started on the amount of teammates that do that.
Yeah, and then so the reason that he went back and you want to go back, guys, just a pro tip, is because you're going to have what's called staggered spawns. So you're going to die, and then they're going to spawn, so they go in, and then they die, and you're always fighting 3v2 and 3v1, and it staggers the spawns. That's why you want to wait for your team, even if you don't think you need to. It helps them and you, so it's definitely worth doing. And Zora's a great play right there. You have the shell just waiting while peeking. And what a turret play. But the problem for him is he's got a ruby shield to deal with. And Sindri turrets, they focus the shields. And so, I mean, you're screwed. He is able to get the heal. Oh, he didn't go for the heal. That was close. I think he was trying to give it to his shell friend, but he needed it. Shell is...
If the Ruby got that shield, that could have been a completely different...
Oh, Bugs, right before he's able to get that heal. What a play. And they're going to need it because, I mean, like, honestly, I don't know. You only have a couple more times to get out. Like, they really needed to stop them there.
Exactly. They've got a 40% lead now. If they get 1 or 2 more team wipes or start staggering, it's pretty much game over. They need to get a pick here first. If they can make it a 3v2 and then push, and then hopefully get a team wipe, that would be great for them.
Interesting, the Sindri is using first ult instead of second. I mean, you got to kill with it. And against an Aletta, I could see maybe why you might want to move that. But right here, BMO having his ult up, this is going to be a problem. BMO not rushing straight in, probably realized that he was going to get turreted into a closet, so he'd wait for his team.
Exactly, and they know they've got the cap as well, so there's no need to put pressure on them.
For sure, and go ahead and wait for bugs to respawn and get there. There is no reason to rush for them. While the other team has to make a push right here, literally, or it's over, and they didn't go fast enough to
That's
the point.
GG's.
X13 or X3 is going to be your team. And what I mean, honestly, great. It was a great game. Went to game 3, and it was just a really bad counter pick. I mean, when you have Sentry versus Ruby, it's so hard.
Exactly, it's almost game over at that point.
Yeah,
It's very difficult. It makes it pretty useless, especially using the first ult, which was interesting because you want the second ult to give shields to your team. But
for sure. And,
decisions are decisions. Maybe it was an accidental pick. Who knows?
yeah, and like since this is NA, I will be hosting this one. But honestly, you can't ask for more than that from two competitors. I mean, they did a great job, and I'm really happy that we're able to get to see some great games. And I want to thank T3 and also Rush League for having a $500 tournament, bringing out the best teams and showing us what they got.
Exactly. A bit of money before Christmas gets the people enticed and gets them readying up and signing up for a tourney.
For sure, and I mean, heck, if you're gonna play T3 on the weekend anyways, you might as well get an extra $175 each.
I know, right? Perfect.
All right. There we go. I'm gonna send that to all our competitors. All right, there we go. I got that to him. So, but yeah, so I'm really glad that we're able to see a lot of good Aletta play out there because that is what's important, is showing the people at home like, hey, this is what you should probably be doing too. But
yeah, there's a lot of Alettas that it takes a lot of skill, as spammy as it is higher up. It takes a lot of skill to be able to play ults, play dashes, save a dash or two for escaping, and like it's very much based on timing and knowing what your HP regen is and what to push, what not to push.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, it's just a very underrated skill because the way most people play Aletta is they try to kill people, and your job's to be annoying and do a little bit of damage. And no one seems to get that on my team. So again, guys, if you're my teammates in random matchmaking, can you please just help me out there?
I'm glad you're calling for them, but we'll see if they change, especially at Christmas time. Usually get a lot of new players at Christmas, and that makes the matchmaker a bit more painful.
Alright. And then 5. There we go. Alright, there we go. Damn it. Alright. I mean, darn. But, so, we got our teammates coming in.
Yeah.
There we go. And, I kind of just wish that we could see, control extended, though, because there is a good side and a bad side because of the way wall peaks work, especially against a Sindri. Or not Sindri, but against a Sindri, because you can wall peek that bot and that turret can die so easy.
And so many angles that you have that are more beneficial.
Yeah. So, but hopefully that's something we can do for next time. Okay, I will be joining theirs, so that's good. We're going to be playing on South American hosts, not North American, so.
There's one EU team and one SA team. I don't know why they're playing.
Because I guess North America's too close to South America, so the pings wouldn't work out. One would be on 200 and the other would be on 150. So they're gonna alternate hosts. So that's how they do it. Yeah. So like you play one game South American host and then you play one game EU host.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess when it's a best of 3 though, that means that one team's going to play their host twice, which is unfortunate.
They do that with a flip of a coin, I think. But
yeah, I know. It's happened a few times. It's just luck of the draw, isn't it?
And the bad thing is that South America and Europe are kind of like if you're from an Asia server, in North America, it's kind of like that, where you're gonna be like in the 250 ping range. So
Yeah.
it is quite unfortunate, but hey, if you have a global tournament online, you have to do what you have to do.
Exactly.
And but it is gonna be like one for each, so it will be fair still. But I doubt we will see as many Aletas. That double jump, man, or the double dash when you get yanked back because of the ping.
Oh God, it's so painful. You just like a sitting duck. It's hard to deal with in high ping. We'll probably see more of a tanky comp on the high pings teammates just because it's easier to play.
Yeah, and a lot less aggro characters, which we've been seeing a lot of, like the shells and yeah, so and maybe even some Sindris because your turret's not affected by ping. So, but yeah, if the other team has a low ping Letta, it can be nice to get a turret out there. At least you're taking somebody out.
Yeah.
But and then of course some hunters, because hunters don't really seem to be affected too much by ping.
Oh, tell me about it. It's just the most painful hero. I'm glad he's getting nerfed.
Yeah,
But still spam and hit scan and headshot and everything. So.
But yeah, if I'm ever not able to sleep, guys, and it's 3 a.m., you know I'm playing Hunter. Like,
yeah.
Because I know I'm not getting my server.
Yeah.
So
free wins.
Yeah, so I'm definitely playing Hunter all day. Yeah. Alright, we're going ahead and joining up. We got our competitors coming in, so don't worry, we'll have this game right at you very, very soon. And it will be Payload Race on Chinatown. And oh my god, this is looking fun. Oh no, sorry. I saw a Walling there, but he changed to his real character.
Oh,
I thought
I was hoping to see.
Well, actually, we might actually have a Wa
at the moment, but not many comp players play her right now. Yeah. But when Vincent comes out, she'll be played a lot more. Same with Kaz.
But we might actually have a Wa. It was just the other team that's on the Wa.
We've got fingers crossed with no.
Oh, for sure. And it's funny because you're not going to ever see an Osus in any of these tournaments because almost every game's going to have an Aleta.
Exactly. It's either going to have an Aleta or a Hua, which both hard counted.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's pretty irrelevant, unfortunately.
Yeah, but man, he's just so fun to play. But
yeah,
it's great. Yeah, and with Wa, you have the feathers, which can slow that Aleta, which if you're ever having trouble with Aletas, guys, that's what you want. You want that Wa. You can hit them with those feathers, and it just stops them in their tracks.
Yeah, and also, feathers and a full body shot does the perfect amount to kill an Aleta, 5600, yep. So all you have to do is take your time. Unless she ults, then obviously you need to get a headshot or just 2 body shots. Because you see a lot of people, when they're against the Aletas, just aim for headshots, and that's really not what you want to do half the time. You just want to get 2 body shots. But...
Oh, but I want that perfect clip. I'm going for the headshot.
I know, you're ready for that 360 no scope.
Oh, for sure. Headshot. Well, what you guys don't know is that the 13 times I missed and tried it before, I just delete those, so it's okay. I hit it every time. Yeah. If you watch my videos, I hit it every time. You guys just didn't see the hundreds of gigs of videos I deleted before that one. But we're just waiting for one more competitor. Don't worry, we'll have this right to you very soon, guys. One thing that I'm excited to see here is we do have an Aleta and a Scotty on both teams. I don't know what the third guy's going to be playing. We have a Walling. So that third guy, I wonder what he's going to play. And can he play against a Walling? Is it going to be just super hard comp or hard countered?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they're taking quite a long time, so we'll see if they're talking in voice chat going, "You've not joined yet. Pick someone that counters far." But we'll see here. Hopefully they pick. They could be playing a Sindri, maybe. They could play, or they could just mirror comp with a Hualing or Hunter. There's quite a lot of options on this map.
Oh, for sure. And
or even a Ruby. A Ruby counters hard pretty well. But
definitely, and and so you guys know, our two teams are going to be Eurovision and Easy. So, Eurovision won our tournament just a couple weeks ago, and then Easy has Joper on it, who is the number 2 player in ranked. Number 2 player in the world, really, next to Myrid, of course. But I don't know who their third is, though. I only have the team names. I don't actually know who the players that qualified with the teams are.
That is Thomas, I'm pretty certain, unless someone else. Who's on the screen? Because I can't see the names.
All right. So we have Solaris, Cry, and Blizzard, and Eternal, and Jopper.
That's a great team.
Okay.
Perfect.
Gotcha. All right, and so we have Easy, and there we go. I don't know. I think we'll wait 5 more minutes for their third.
I don't know how long it takes until there's a DQ, because this person's taking a while.
Oh, okay, guys. So he needs 2 more kills to end this game, and you can't quit in this game, so he can't get out.
So frustrating. But also, I don't know why you're out here playing a game just before.
He just
5 minutes. Game for 5 minutes long, like. We finished the match 5 minutes ago, so I don't know what he's doing.
I know. Very bad decision. I mean, honestly, I've gone into games on accident before. He might have tried to get a quick pee in, but he might have tried to.
The one time you get an instant queue is when you don't want it and you realize you've made a mistake.
100%. Or he tried to get a quick bathroom break in right before the game. You never want to have to pee during a tournament. And he just when he got up, he accidentally hit his screen. I have done that many a times. So, come back to an FFA where you are just absolutely screwed. But we have everyone here now, so that is good.
We've got the Ruby pick, which was almost expected. Should do pretty well. We'll see who does better out of the Hua. The Hua countered the scan pretty well if she can hit her headshots, and Alessa with those scans should be able to pick her off decently. It's more about these Alessa 1v1 engagements that we see on the flag.
100%, and we are going to have an interesting thing here where we have a Ruby which actually can block a lot of those sniper shots and a lot of the shots in general and the webs, so it might actually be a benefit to not have the Waling, where normally I would much rather have a Waling because of that damage. Those Ruby shields can block so much stuff, and it's also going to affect Cry in a huge amount of his engagements.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's going to have to try to jump over the shields to be able to hit people. And what a second ult by that Waling, which is what that tornado was for those who don't know. And it just throws him back. Very good job. And Solaris being able to dance that Ruby, but they don't actually get him. They don't.
Played well there.
Very well. And his teammates engaging. You can tell that he was telling them, "Hey, I need your help," and they engaged people, so you couldn't actually kill him. And right here, you just have Job not worried about getting those kills as long as he can push it.
Great net. Nets are so clutch in this game, especially with Scad.
For
It'll
sure.
be down to how many ults, how many nets you can hit, and obviously when you've got a Ruby, then the Ruby blocks various nets and ults.
What a kill on Cry there! Sorry to interrupt you. Keep on going with the. He got him like just barely at the end. What a play!
Good to see Ruby doing bits right now. Going well.
For sure. And like I said, like the Ruby can counter that Aletta pretty hard because you can't dodge those bullets as Aletta. Where with pretty much every precision character, you dodge things. Oh, we webbed him. He was wall clipping and he got webbed. What a good job by Job.
The one pixel net there. Things we love to see.
Oh man, you gotta love it. Hey, you know what? At least something can stop Aletta. I mean, Aletta on its own sucks, but when it's wall peeking, it's even worse. But that Skadiel got hit by the wall, so they are going to have that wasted, so that does suck.
It's honestly such a free game for Ruby this round. Like Ruby is just completely like dominating. You've got
Oh,
3 people that she counters with shields. You
uh,
counter Scad, a letter.
uh,
Wow, it's
uh,
honestly a like, oh man, it's so good. Like,
100%. But
oh,
Solaris able to take him out there. Solaris does get taken out himself, but you do have Blizzard and Cry just cleaning up right here and just trying to push as much as they can because they're pushing the cart back. They're not going for their cart. Well, I mean, they also have their cart, but they're more worried right now about keeping that Aletta out here and just pushing back as fast as they can because they are in pretty dire straits. I mean, they already have it around the corner, and that's where you don't want to be.
exactly. That's all they have to do is wait for 2 times speed, and then as soon as they get around that corner, the car's flying around.
Yep, and especially with Ruby shields, it's over. I mean,
Yeah.
because the Ruby is just going to put the shields up, so you can't actually hit them. And they have 2 times speed being hit in the middle. They aren't even waiting for 1 minute. They're going for the win now. And, I mean, that is just devastating.
And Ruby's going around the corner, and she's about to have ult, which means that she's going to get a free pick as well.
Oh,
so.
yep. Oh, Cry actually able to dodge that and live.
Very, very well played there from Cry.
Oh, yeah, and that was definitely, like... I mean, if they want to have any chance of catching up in this last minute, that had to happen. So, Cry potentially saving his team here, but they're going to really need to hurry up.
Like, what? They can just afford to push cart now, dive cart, just as long as they can stall Cry, Blizzard, and Solaris, then they've just got the win, essentially.
And what they have is a situation here where, like, Cry and Solaris and Blizzard have to have 1 person on each card. So they're being split.
Exactly.
But the other team doesn't have that worry. So they can go 3 on either the 1 person or 2 people. But, I mean, as we're seeing here, they are able to take it back because it's the last minute. Yeah, that last minute, when you have that, it's up to 4 times because you get a 2 times multiplier. And it's already twice as fast. But... they're able to get it right here with Solaris, like bringing it back, trying to speed up for his team. This is so crazy. Oh, Jop able to knock him off the cart, and that's going to end up giving the game, I think. Oh, because...
No way. Oh.
Oh my god. This is so crazy. Oh, Blizzard is able to stay alive, but his team ends up losing anyways because of that dance off the cart.
Those games we're watching today.
Oh my god, the dance off the cart there was just absolutely crazy.
Honestly, I thought that had got the game. Because when you've got a Scado, you've got no idea where she's going to go. She could have ran into the car, she could have run away, and what she did running away almost cost them the game.
Oh, 100%. But then you see Jop. The reason he ran away is so he could get his ult to actually hit line of sight. If he didn't run away there, it would have just hit the cart and bounced off. So he runs away, and I thought he was an idiot until I realized, oh, he did it to dance him off, getting it to stop being contested. Because it wasn't about even killing him at that point. It's literally just get away from me. And what's really the thing is, it's all RNG which direction he goes. Yeah. So, like, he could have ran straight into the cart the whole time. That would have been awful.
Completely. Just imagine it. It always happens when you don't want it to.
Oh, for sure. But Job getting lucky there. But Job got lucky there. It went the right way, so...
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Like, the amount of times in a game you'd have in ranked, you would throw that ult down, and then she just runs through a door and turns right, and you just can't shoot her, and it's like, what's happening now? It's just the most frustrating thing.
100%. Man. But, hey, what you gonna do? That was a great game, though. I'm very happy that we got so many great games to bring to you guys today. And a lot of that is due to T3, but Rush League put this together, and T3 also helped like make this such a big prize pool of $500. So thank you to Rush League and T3 too. But
we've got the new code in, by the way.
There's a new code?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that.
No
worries. There we go. All right. So I will be finding that. If you can entertain the people, I'd appreciate it.
Will do.
All right.
Yeah. So is it on to another round of Crystal?
Yeah. It is always Crystal Assault, then Control after that.
Yeah. We're gonna see I think we're gonna see a Thomas Judex. We're gonna see definitely a Shell being played. Judex and Shell just mandatory, as you already said, and then maybe a Lesser or Sindri, depending on what people main. But...
Yeah.
Or we could see something completely unique. It's always nice to see something crazy that's just being played, but when you've got a prize pool like this, people honestly, obviously just go for the safer picks. But...
Oh, for sure. All right, I'm in the lobby. We are getting the players to join next.
It's important to note as well, though, that game was very close, and it was on SA ping. So maybe Blizzard, Solaris, and Cry will get this win.
So wait, that was the South American host?
So that was the South American server, which is crazy.
So okay, I wasn't aware of that.
Close, so it'll be interesting to see if EU can win by a big margin, or if it'll be close again. But it's Crystal's one of the maps that ping doesn't really hit you that much. As long as you can get your ult off, it's not really the players that are the most important thing. It's just that ult hitting the crystal. So.
For sure. Unless you die while you hit your ult, and then it goes on cooldown, exactly. and then your Shell or Judex ult doesn't come off. Then you
got 30 seconds, and then you've wasted your Shell on this. Cool.
For sure. I just wanted to go ahead and say that for all the people in the audience that had that happen to them. They're screaming at you right now.
I know, like, it's such a massive
game. Nobody remembers anything but the horrible things that have happened to him. So
I've triggered some PTSD for you guys.
Oh yeah. But for those of you who don't know, if you back out at 40 seconds or less, you will always get your server. So so when the queue timer hits 40 seconds, if you will cancel, you will not get a foreign server. You'll get whatever your home country server is, and
unless you're paying ranked. I don't know if it's being fixed. But I would stick to LA sometimes, and I'm on EU. It's really weird.
Oh well, EU's the only one who's broken in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love being EU.
Because it was always broken in your favor. Yeah, I know. I'm sure you did love that.
Never in my favor.
Of course. I forgot about that. But yeah. But they will be fixing that. I've been assured, so don't worry. That advantage will go away quickly for YOLO. You guys don't have to worry. And it looks like we are going to have some pretty similar comps here, but one very big difference. One Skady and one Aletta. And honestly, I didn't expect to see this because a lot of people don't know this, but Cry apparently can play things that aren't Aletta. But if we're going to have an Aletta on our team, it's going to be Cry. He's one of the best Alettas in the world. Why would you not have him on it? But he is going to be playing Judex, so that is interesting.
I mean, obviously you've got, I think it's Solaris that's playing Aletta now, and he's a top tier Aletta as well. So when you've got that much choice, maybe there's a bigger difference with Solaris not playing Judex as much as Cry. And when you've got that many options, you just go for who's going to play the best in whichever hero. So. Yeah,
for sure, and especially in a thing where you basically mandatory have to play. An Aletta, or not Aletta, but you have to play a Judex and a Shell. You're gonna just put your two best Judex Shells on, and whoever plays third. But right here, Cry is actually shooting and reloading. He's not shooting ghosts, guys. He's doing that because the passive for Judex heals you. And so instead of just grabbing a health pack, he healed himself a little bit extra. Solaris able to take him out really good there. This is actually very bad for the Easy team. Okay. Thomas getting taken out as well. They're just not able to even get out of their spawn right now.
Shells have got that now, so we're going to start seeing some dives in the point. We'll see what happens.
It's exactly what Blizzard did, and doing a great job to get back and actually be able to go and get a heal there, and then he is already back to going and damaging, and he's just making sure that his team doesn't need his back, and they also get their Judex ult off, and they're spawn camping him hard, and it does make you think, does this have something to do with Europost?
Yeah, I mean it definitely does, and this is what happened. It's a shame when you've got, say, that if this team won pretty easily, then you've got SA having the next host, and then there's always the argument of, well, they would have won if they had the host twice or whatnot. But
Yeah.
it happens. They've played enough tournaments now that they've had an
Yeah.
equal share of hosts. So
Yeah, normally we don't put the people together like that, but this is a championship, and it's not fair to keep out certain teams. So,
exactly.
but basically, I just wanted to go ahead and mention the host part because I don't want our competitors to like look bad unnecessarily without like giving the full context of like maybe this is why this is happening. But they got out, so it isn't the whole story at the very least. And just Blizzard doing a
just as soon as you said that, you just get 2 ults on their thing.
Yep, and it's basically over.
Yeah.
And as you can see right now, guys, this is exactly why you have to play those two characters. And Solaris not able to do that jump, and he is just basically waiting for his teammates, waiting for him to get his double jump dash back up, and he realized he was screwed, so he just got out. And there's also
they've won at this point. They can just wait for one of them to get another ult, and then they'll just dive.
100%.
There's no point throwing and letting someone else get an ult.
Yeah, for sure. And also to go back and help your team on the team fight that was coming. Solaris definitely made the smart choice there. But I thought after he made that jump, he was going to go in and just make a rogue play by himself with an ult. But instead, he made this.
I would have done that. I know I would have been like 13%. I've got that.
Oh, 100%. That's what I would have done too. But that's why he's one of the top pros in the game, and I just make videos.
Exactly.
Because I can do that, and I can just delete the results. He's got tournament things to stand behind it.
Yeah. So at least they got 50%, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hosting being a factor there.
Which is kind of it's kind of crazy they were able to get 50%.
Yeah,
that was in a very short time.
Control extended for this last game, so at least you have
both sides.
Yeah, but still only on one host. So.
Yeah. So, and what are you gonna do? And I don't know which lobby we're gonna be in and stuff, but we will let you know as soon as we know. That way, you guys know what host is gonna be what. But
yeah, it's gonna be the South America host, I believe.
Okay. And so that is huge. I mean, that potentially changes who could win the tournament or not.
Definitely, it really does.
And so, what team is in the finals currently? Are they European?
13. No, it's 13. It's NA.
Oh, they're NA? Okay. So, basically, NA lags similar on both. So
they might be mixed, actually. They might be mixed EU and NA.
Okay.
I think, yeah, they've got different players in.
Yeah, I never remember. That's why I wasn't sure. But it looks like we are going to need to do a new lobby because of that. All right.
Just waiting for the details.
Yep. And honestly, kind of what I expected. I mean, that doesn't necessarily get super affected by ping because of the ult, but if you never get out of your base...
Exactly, you can't use your ult. Like, they got spawn trap for 2 or 3 minutes there, and that's 2 or 3 ults from every hero, so that's lots of disadvantages.
But the way you got to look at it is, like, that first game, it was basically a tie at the very last second, and I could have swore that has to be Europe host because the European team was dominating so hard, like at the start. That's why I was like, "Are you sure that was South American host? That doesn't make any sense."
That could be that's the biggest heartbreak. Like if the EU team get knocked out now and they lost by 1%, and then if they
oh, for sure,
it's upsetting. But...
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's going to be on South American host, and that's why I wasn't super surprised by the outcome of that one, because, I mean, if that European team was doing that on Europe, they were playing 250 plus ping, that's pretty crazy.
Okay, he's just sent the new details.
All right, thank you for checking out that for me. I am going to go ahead and be putting that in. All right. And thank you so much for our competitors today being very quick and not making us wait too much, except for the guy who was in...
It's so much nicer when everyone's ready.
Yeah,
the amount of time that it's been just waiting on a team, waiting on someone. And thankfully as well for T3, because it's not being mentioned much, but there's a lot less bugs and glitches than there used to be. Like a
Oh,
few months
for
ago,
sure.
you would have to finish so many games based on like the pink glitch, or various crashing, and now for the most part, that's all gone away, which is just amazing.
Oh, for sure. And is this screen better for you? I made it a little wider for you and stuff. Just go ahead
Yeah,
and
that
make sure.
is.
All right.
That is. Yeah, it's like so. It was so small. I could like
Yeah.
see what was happening, but I couldn't like, read names and stuff.
Yeah, my bad. So for those of you who don't know, I am sharing my screen with him in real time, and
Yeah.
it was a little small. It wasn't that big if you go in like guy measurements, but but yeah. So okay, we're going ahead and getting right into it. So we will go ahead and do that. But this one on a map we haven't seen today, so I love this map. It's one of my favorite controls. And this one isn't as bad as did not have an extended. So, like, it's. I mean, every map's going to have a right peak advantage for one of the teams.
But at least on this one, the right peak, there's both sides that you can play. So you can either play if you're on the south spawn, you can play left side or height, and then vice versa depending on what angles you want to play.
Yeah, and
it doesn't make it that much of a difference.
Yeah, and like one side doesn't have more angles because of the way the hill's set up in the other one. But we're actually going to go on board with Cry and just see what he does here because I love watching Cry.
Interesting to see as well. First mirror comp this for this evening as well.
Oh yeah.
We'll see based on skill. Obviously, you've got different hosts, but
yeah, true. Right here. That Eternal still alive, and Cry just ran straight into their base right in the very beginning, and just blew up. You might see that our Arlettas are actually playing different ults. Or no, they're both playing. Never mind, they're both playing Decoy Bomb. I get the two pictures mixed up. It is different from what they were playing earlier on Payload Race, though. And the reason for that is there's just so many corners here that you can throw a bomb into and then run away. On this map especially, it's going to be much better to be able to throw that bomb. Plus, you're going to have teams getting in the hill just like this, and you can bomb all of them at once and then run away. It's just a much better ult for control in general.
Exactly. And on this map, you want to be flanking a lot, and having that invisibility just makes them so much more of a nuisance. Oh,
for sure. And then you had Thomas going back to going and getting that hill, and right here, they're just pushing back in the base. And Jop right here getting a really nice wall angle, but he got hit. That was really good by him to be able to hit him through the wall peak. I'm not sure who hit him, so I'm just going to say him. But right here, he is trying to get that jump technique down, and he wasn't able to do much with it. But getting on top of the forklift can give you better angles up and into the inside of that room over the bridge.
Okay, they're able to get the cap now. Hopefully, we'll see if they can bring it back. It's just about control at this point. You've got no one really with ults apart from the Scad, so maybe they can make a push for the cap. Get a team up going.
Both Skidders are up, and basically everybody's up ult wise except for the Sindri. And you have the team of Easy just redoing in their side of their base, just try to regroup in there. And nice job. I don't know if you guys saw, but he threw his turret up, and like that is one thing, is getting turrets up in spots that are really hard to hit unless you're gonna die.
Yeah. Turret placement is so important, especially as you saw on that placement on the forklift. Because they can't right peak that turret, they have to extend and they get shot by the turret, so it's just free damage, which is great placement. And
also the turret is an Erling warning system, so not only are you getting shot by that turret, but you also have to come out of the hallway, and so everyone knows you're there too. So you're just going to get hit from both sides 100%. The easiest way to get rid of that is actually to wall peek the turret from going around on the right side, but it takes much longer to get there. And then also, as you can see what he just did there, Cry got it off a wall peek off that column.
Exactly. I mean, they're on 90% now. They're
Yeah.
team easy, so we'll see if they can make a lead here. But they're
Yep.
capping. But all they need is what all this South American team need is one cap, and they've won.
Yep.
So we'll see if
And
they hit this overtime. They'll hit it, but they're too staggered now. So
oh, and the Sindri just ulted. Thomas ulted in the hill. It's there's no way. Because that Sindri ult gives you armor. I mean, you're not going to be able to go through 4 armor shields. And
seeing
that
the
is
EU team be knocked out like this is a shame, but
yep.
it's life.
I agree. And having a South American, North American team final, at least those two are closer together, so the host won't be nearly as much of an issue here.
Yeah. And it's best of 5, so it can be mitigated as much as possible.
Yeah. But great job by Eurovision. I mean, they did the best they could, honestly, and they put out a great showing, especially that first match. Like when you told me it was on, when you told me that first match was on South America, I was like, "There's no way." Like I saw they were up 60%, they were up 60% to 20% on Payload race. There's zero shot that was like going on 250 ping doing that against one of the top teams and top players in the world. Like, no shot. I don't believe you. I believe you now. Sorry for doubting you, my friend. But
I know it's great.
Yeah,
it's great to see what clutches people can make, and this final will be against 2 very good teams. And with, as you said, without much host discrepancy, it'll be a lot closer, a lot fairer game.
Oh,
what
for
we
sure.
want to see for the final, we never want to see a free final for one team and another team with just a massive disadvantage.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but at least we got to include everyone into the tournament, and it's better than excluding a bunch of teams, especially when it's $500.
Yeah, exactly.
Are
you down to host this game?
It's better if he does.
Yeah, I'll say.
There you go. That way there's just less of me having to do some stuff. Sorry guys, the person who was supposed to be doing the hosting on the technical end is not here today, so we have somebody else doing that for us, so I don't have to do it, which makes it much harder for my end of things. But there we go. And if we can see just another great game like that, especially without host being like a problem, that is going to be huge. Because host being a problem is never anything you want to be in a game, and like this is some of the best competitors in the world. These teams have both won tournaments. Like this is. Both teams deserve to be here, and even though that game was determined partially by host, just because you're not the lagging one doesn't mean that you can hit the other team. So, like anyone who's ever played in North America against a European Aletta knows exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't just work one way. So, okay, I guess I will be hosting because it has to be. That is a very fair thing. All right, fair enough. I am the only one that can host that is from North America, so I guess I will be creating the lobby. So just give me 1 second if you can entertain people.
Oh, well, let's have some hedges of bets on who's going to win. Is it going to be Team 13 or is it going to be Team Easy? Let's see. Obviously, there's fan favorites from both teams. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think is going to carry? Are there going to be any clutches, more close games? Obviously, that's probably expected in the final, but it's also always interesting to see what you guys think. And also, just let me know what you think about the updates coming up, and if you guys are if you guys are watching this and are wanting to join and play some tournaments later in the year, next year, if this gets you more excited, gets you hyped for T3.
Well, for sure. And having a competitive scene that has tournaments that are given money, I mean, it makes more people want to join, and therefore there's going to be more people playing competitive to get good enough to be able to beat these teams who are doing it for the love of it. And a lot of people get in, they're like, well, hey, I could make $500 doing the thing I'm going to be doing this weekend anyways. And then they realize how much they like the competitive aspects of it. And so that's something that is really nice to see. And just seeing the more support, especially having it on the T3 main channel and everything as well. To have all that kind of support is really good. And it's what's going to help us grow this competitive scene.
Exactly. The more of you that play competitive, the more opinions that T3 can gather and the more changes they can make for the benefit. And it's also important to note that it's a new game, so they're going to focus on what they think is the most important factor. So like new heroes, balance changes, and new maps. And the more people that play competitive, they'll put more viewing and insight onto that scene so they can make more changes and hopefully get the organizing aspect a bit easier, because doing it through Discord can be a bit complicated sometimes.
Yeah. For sure. And also, it can be another problem that is that, when you play these people who are playing competitive and ranked matchmaking, they play against each other in these private matches and scrims.
It's just scrims. Scrims the whole time.
Yeah.
And then obviously ranked is nice because when you're in Platinum 1, you're mainly against the teams you scrim with anyway, so it's just good fun. Depending on like what host you get, and you just laugh about it in the Discord servers. If you're beating another team, it's just like trolling them, giving a skull emoji. It's great stuff.
But yeah, it's fun right until you play Matter's team, and then you realize why he has 500 wins in Platinum. So,
to be fair, I was speaking to him earlier. He was grinding that season. His average was 10 hours a day for that entire ranked season. So.
I mean, you have to. I remember he told us like, by next week, when rank came out, he's like, by next week I want to have 200 wins, and everybody was like, wait, hold on, and that's not gonna happen. And he's like, no, just look at it this way, and then he's like, see, I only have to win 2 per hour, and we're like, but you have to sleep. he told us how many hours were in a week. I only have to win twice.
He's got a job. He's got school.
Yeah, he's
like, everyone's saying, I've got no time, I've got school. Like, Myron does it, you guys can do it. You've just got to sacrifice some sleep, unfortunately. But that's the way it has to be sometimes.
Yeah, and Myron, he's a full-time student and has a job. So.
Yeah, exactly. So for everyone complaining, just shut your mouth for a bit. Try it out, see how you like it. If you don't want to, no one's forcing you to grind. Just don't hate on people that are playing this game a lot.
Or close TikTok unless you're watching my videos.
Yes.
Oh man. One sec. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that we have the right map, because that is important. But we are going to be playing Payload Race. I'm not sure if we're playing Chinatown, which I kind of hope we are, because that giant box in the middle just makes it so much more fun to watch, because you're never out of it. You're never out of it. Like we've seen like 40% swings at the very end of games because in the last minute alone. Exclusive won a game, they were down by 16% with 8 seconds left. Because they moved their cart back and it was going like crazy fast. It's like, oh my god. And so if you're ever in matchmaking on Chinatown, just remember. Oh, and I do have it confirmed. We are playing on Chinatown. This is great. All right. I'm happy.
Like to see.
Definitely. So it's going to be a fun one. All right.
It'll be interesting to see if they pick the same comps that they used for the first round, or if they'll spice it up a bit now. But they'll probably play what they're more comfortable with. We'll see.
Oh, okay. This I was like, wait, this is wrong. No, this is going to be the third place match.
Oh,
so
okay, that's our bad.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I was about to say like, wait, did the EU team advance? But no. So this will be our third place match. And we have almost everyone in here. We're just waiting on a couple. And I'm not sure if... I think this is an NA team and an EU team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
So, ping won't be too bad though. I mean, those two servers can play.
EU to NA is pretty similar. It's quite nice. It's like 100 ping to 40, 50 ping. So
yeah. And it's actually funny because like the ping difference for EU to NA is also the same difference from from people who are on the tip of the west coast of North America, because they're just so far away, and it's a super East Coast server. That's what makes it. Plus, it's actually funny that there's some EU players that have such good internet that they actually have better ping than the majority of West Coast American players.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas that is playing for Team Easy, he is in Canada, pretty up north, and I get better ping than him on his region, so it's quite funny. It's a feels bad moment for him.
Yeah, but yeah, when I figured that out, because I have insane internet and I'm on the East Coast, so
You're loving life.
Oh, I have like 25 to 30 ping every game. It's great. And then, but the thing is, I get really spoiled not having to play with ping, and then I play on Europe server at 200 ping, and then it's like, oh, okay.
I'll get 200 ping on Europe.
I know. That's exactly what I want to know. But
because I'm Europe, and I usually have like 30, 40 ping on Europe, and then 100 on NA. So I don't know why it's such a big difference the other way around. But.
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess you're 30 and 40 ping in the other direction. So
yeah, that's true. Is the team ready yet? Or
we are going to be hopping into the game right now. Actually, okay, cool. So I actually have the game just happening right now. All right, so we are going to be hopping right in, and then Jumpy is where we're going to be. He is doing a good job to get out and going ahead and hitting that wall with his bomb early on. We're going to have Cry chasing him down, but we are going to see if Solaris is able to go help him. And, I don't know if he got the call out or not. Jumpy just being annoying right here, trying to get people to poke out beyond the cart so his teammates can help him, but Cry out there just making sure that nobody can do anything to his teammates, because, I mean, you have to focus the Aletta. If you don't, you are absolutely screwed, and it's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Interesting to see same team comms as well played by these teams.
Yeah. I didn't even notice they're both... Wait, no, because there's a shell.
Was there not? Okay, maybe I'm just...
Actually, these comps are completely different. Okay, no, there's only Aletas, but yeah. So it is interesting to see a hunter in here, and the hunter is not faring well. Like I said, if you're gonna have any lag, you might want to play hunter. I wonder if he took my advice to heart. It's also common knowledge is probably more of what it was, but Jumpy doing a great job there to get that kill.
Don't yourself down. He was definitely listening to the stream.
Right there, Jumpy doing a great job to take out Cry with that decoy bomb.
Yeah.
And do you know if this is Jumpy from RM? Pro Jumpy?
Know.
Like I had heard he had quit.
I would assume it would be.
I'd heard he'd quit. I'd look at my friends list, but I'm on this account, so I can't. Like, I'd be interested to see if he came back, because there was a nice tournament to come into. I hope that's the case, because, I mean, like, look at that.
Great play for him there. That was a double kill.
Very, very nice.
Team out there and get quite a good amount of
what's so beautiful about what he just did is he got the double kill while dodging Cry, one of the best Aletas in the game. Yeah. Like, that's not easy to do. And this hunter is just doing work on Solaris and Blizzard. He jumping around, doing an amazing job. I mean, Blizzard's gonna have to take him out. And it's funny, because I'm usually seeing Blizzard on the hunter doing that to other people.
Same.
Yeah. So he gets a little bit of taste of his own medicine. So if he's done that to you recently, guys, you can maybe feel a little bit better now. Get that cathartic release, little poetic justice, if you will. Jumpy just going off. He is definitely being the MVP for his team right here. We are on Cry, the other Aletta, and Cry getting that kill, and he is getting his double speed up, but Jumpy stopping him from capping, and Jumpy goes invisible, and I don't know if Cry sees him, he doesn't, and Jumpy getting hit hard by Cry right here, and Cry leaving him and just going on, letting his teammates help, and Solaris does take him out. So, I mean, right here, Solaris just doing a good job to wall peek. It's really important, and I guess he knows that guy's going to be trying to go around the left side. I don't think he knew that the Hunter was going to jump off instead of coming through the doorway. Wow. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they've got quite a bit to catch up in this last minute. It's going to be Eurovision trying to get some games again in the last 30 seconds of the game, but we'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, that last minute of the game is so huge, though, because of the speed up. It's just night and day. And like the speed up, and then also having the thing in the middle that makes you go twice as fast means you're going 4 times faster than normal, and that is just so huge that it ends up being pretty nice. There we go. We went ahead and updated the mean beans. It was not Team Easy. I was expecting the finals. My bad. But right here we are in the very last 15 seconds, and we do have it just a 10-point game. And what a kill by Blizzard there! Jumpy coming in.
Great comeback as well. They had a 20 to 30%.
Oh, he gets Jumpy. He got Jumpy with the ult, and that is going to give him the win. What a game. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Jumpy.
What I like about that map. It's all against each other. There's 2 flanks open. They're going past each other. It's much better than the first payload map. But,
oh, for sure. That was just such a good game. And right until the very end, it was just neck and neck. But, man, that walling second ult, getting Jumpy out of the way after Jumpy just being a problem on the map. Oh, man.
That was very much. Very crucial. Now I believe we've got EU pings, and EU have just won the last game, so maybe they can get a 2-0 lead here.
Oh, for sure. And next, I mean, who is going to be hosting this one? Just want to make sure that we have the right host. All right. So I think this one's definitely going to be on EU host. It'd be a little unfair not to be. So we are going to go ahead and get that set up real quick.
Send the room details.
Yep. And it's really telling, though, that like Jumpy and Cry just going back and forth that whole time. But Jumpy was getting a ton of kills. And Cry is doing more of a thing of just like evading and then like being annoying, and then his teammates clean the things up. But Jumpy was getting all the kills while avoiding. I have no idea how you're that accurate while double jumping and dashing as much as he was.
Practice. Practice.
And that was just crazy. But yeah, so I mean, it was good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly didn't think that was gonna be that close at the very beginning, but it makes me.
Which team did you think had it?
Cry, Blizzard, and Solaris. Just knowing those guys, like they're all in the top 10 on ranked. I think, and playing Cry and Blizzard is just annoying in ranked. So I just figured, you know what, like. This isn't going to be great, especially if Jumpy didn't play for a while, but he is in the swing of things for sure. I mean, like, you wouldn't have noticed that he didn't play, like, every day for 10 hours a day. I mean, like, he was going toe-to-toe with what I consider to be one of the top 2 Aletas in the game. So, like, to be able to do that, not even toe-to-toe, I mean, I would even say outplay.
Okay. Interesting calls.
I mean, if you're on a 4 streak while dancing around on Cry and you're not dead, I mean,
that's true.
and it's not an easy thing because Cry is not just good, but so are Solaris and Blizzard, also two of the other best players in the world. To be able to just go into all three of them like it's like you're just comfortable there. I mean, I know that Milet is not doing that.
I mean, it's such a good hero. Just being able to have that regen and then picking off the low HP and just completely dodging every bullet, as you were saying. It's great. So many TikToks and stuff on it. I'm sure we'll see some clips after this tourney of people posting, being like, "Oh, this is me," and everything like that.
Yeah, for sure. And we're starting to get everybody in here, and because we have to change it to the European host. All right, so we're getting everybody in here, and it looks like we might not be playing with full-on shell Judix.
Okay. It's interesting.
One team is doing that for sure. The last guy is still coming in.
Yeah.
But every time that I see someone...
I reckon this last person is definitely playing shell. Mm-hmm. It has to be.
Yeah, like...
there we go.
Yeah, okay, it is. Okay. Then it's an interesting choice. One team is playing Sindri with the Shell and Judix, and the other one is playing Aletta.
So that's a one last game when there was this matchup, so we'll see what happens here.
All right, going ahead and getting straight into the match, guys. This is going to be on Energy Canyon, Crystal Salt we haven't seen so far. So hopefully we can see some pretty good stuff happening here. All right, so I think we're going to start out on Jumpy to see what he's going to do. See if we can get some good turret placement technique.
Yeah, there's a really good position you can put a turret with Sindri. So that not many people know about. That just gets so much value when they're jumping on the ramp, but not being placed yet.
And right here, the Shell is just trying to get him. Oh, okay. Everyone's just dying right in front of him before he can even shoot him. Cry, is he going to be able to live right here? And hopefully he will be able to. And then we are going to go Solaris. I apologize for my dog. So we are going to be on Solaris right here and see if he can go ahead and take out the Sindri, which he does. And then Cry coming around. And is he going to be able to take out Blizzard here? And that's going to be really important because... Shell here, because that ult is what matters. And he does get the ult, and he does get some pretty good damage as well.
First damage out. We'll have Judex getting that ult.
But if he could have killed him, before he got there, he could go ahead and throw his ult into their side faster. And I mean, Eris has already thrown his, so he's a little behind it, and Eris is going to have his up in 30%. Oh, 100%. He's going to have his up 30% faster, so that's huge. That can literally win you the game or not. And right here... sorry, go.
It might actually be in their benefit, though, because one of them will get ult in double damage, and one won't. So it'll be interesting to see if they both decide to hold it, or if they play it as soon as they get it. We'll see. Yeah, we've got another shell ult going down. It's honestly just like pinball. It's just shell ults, Judex ults in rotation clockwise.
Yep, for sure. And Solaris actually doing a lot of damage right here on the crystal. And instead of even worrying about dying, he's just going to go ahead and jump around and shoot the crystal. And I mean, his team got up for it pretty big. But yeah, sorry guys, my dog was snoring. I just realized that. I have headphones on, so I couldn't hear him snoring.
I couldn't hear it. Yeah, maybe it was just the stream that picked it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, so he is out of the room now. So we have right here, Blizzard's going to need to be able to get his ult up in 23 seconds. I don't know if I would have just waited to go across because of that, but it seems to be working out pretty good. And he's got 5%. Yeah, he's going to have to get out of there before he can actually throw it to make sure he has enough health left to do it. And if they get the kill, they got the kill on him there. That could actually cost Oh, and yes, they are getting all of their ults and all that damage off right here. That might end up costing them pretty big out in the last part of this game. Luckily, they were able to stop them before the game ends, and Blizzard, they're going to have to kill him before he gets this off, and he gets it, and he hits it from the side.
This could be GG.
It is the game. And honestly, man, like, hitting those from the side can bounce off so fast.
I know.
Like, but that is a 2-0, and that will be the win.
Congrats to Eurovision for coming third place.
For sure.
Very good as usual. They're always going to be up there, winning tournaments in the finals, third place, semis.
Yeah,
that's what we like to see. Especially for there's a new $500 tournament for EU only next month. Fun.
Yeah.
See how many teams are going to sign up for that. But.
Well, can you tell them where to go to sign up for that?
They can, yes. It's in the 8 server, and I can. If you guys are in the ONX server, we've shared the link, and other 20 servers have shared the link to that as well. If they haven't, it'll be shared pretty soon. And you've still got a lot of time. It's on the 7th of January. So
yeah. Okay. Good.
Keep that in your notebooks if you're EU ready to play a tournament.
And but yeah, and then. That's gonna be fun though because we won't have any ping issues and stuff, so that's good.
Exactly.
And a lot of the EU tournaments or a lot of the EU scene is pretty big and good competitively, so it's really exciting to see a lot of them that didn't end up making it through here because they didn't get out of pools because there was a pool that was just really hard to get out of. Exclusive NA got knocked out in that pool like early on.
I know that was a shock. Yeah.
Yeah. So like. I was really shocked too. That's who I thought was going to win the whole thing, and they don't even make out of pools. They're just making me look bad, and it's like, guys. But in a
you're hedging the wrong bets there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair to my friends, and not just because they're my friends either. Probably one of the biggest reasons is it's a best of one, and so they just choose host.
That is all that happens is host, or if you get completely counter-picked. If they just pick better hero lineup, and then you've got no chance, even if you're the best players in the world against not the best. There's still a lot of issues that can happen to best of one. But that makes it quite exciting to watch, and it makes it pretty good.
Is that Europe tournament going to be best of 3 for matches or best of 1s? How's that going to
go? Probably best of 3. Best of 1s aren't great.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it.
I love it for this style weekly, but massive tournaments, I feel like when you've got big teams that should be getting into the semis, you almost want there to be a best of 3 just so if an issue happens or they lose flukily, then they've got another chance to carry it back. Because it's especially if you've got a monetary tournament, it feels bad just to get knocked out after one game. So. Oh,
for sure. And I'm glad to hear that. I didn't want to say that ahead of time in case it turned out to be a best of 1. But to have it be a best of 3 is definitely the way to go. Just because so much stuff can happen in just one game, and if you do have ping issues, even if you are all on the same server, man, it just feels bad to have that one thing happen. Or if literally someone comes to your door, you have to get that package or whatever. There a whole lot of stuff can happen. Plus, also the counter comps really do matter in that. And so to not get a second shot at it kind of can suck.
Yeah, I know.
And so, what are our final 2 teams going to be? Do you know?
It's easy against 13. I say 8 or 13, depending. Obviously,
it's got to be 13. It's got to be Roman numerals. It is Roman numerals. But yeah, I don't know to call them if X3 or if if it's all Roman numerals, which it obviously has to be. I just overthink things. But yeah, so
I'm looking forward to this final. 2 good friends of mine are in it on each opposing team, so it's going to be good fun to watch. And they've talked slack in the servers.
There we go. Yeah. So I'm honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this. We have two great teams. With just top pros on both, so
Yeah.
it could really go any way. But we are gonna play on Payload race, on a Soda 1.
On Soda 1, that's going to be a throwback. I've not played on that map for ages. It'll be good fun to watch it.
So we don't have the fun block in the middle that basically just makes... Well, it's actually not that fun because it makes the entire game irrelevant until the last minute. So at least it makes the whole game matter, but man, can it make that last minute exciting. But at least now the entire game matters instead of literally just be a stalemate in the middle and just hoping that you don't lose too much. But I mean, we saw them come back and only lose by 1% when it was 60% to 20%, all in the last minute. Like the first 5 minutes of that game didn't matter.
I know that's the thing. Like you can get so confident as a team having control for 4 minutes, and then to lose in like the last 1 minute just because it's so easy to happen. Like underestimate how quick it actually goes. It's pretty easy. It's happened a few times.
Yeah,
and obviously still to pro players. So.
For sure. As you can see, one side has their tournament banners on. The other side, I know some of those players do have the tournament banner, they just don't have it on. But we have multiple tournament winners in here, and just want to go ahead and let that be known, because if one side has all their tournament banners, it looks like there's an advantage here that isn't as big as people might think.
Yeah. And also the tournament banners are pretty new. They've been given out in the last like few weeks, so most of the people, in fact all of them, I'm pretty certain, have won tournaments just before they were given out. So
yeah, true. But yeah, so we will be having we have everyone here. I'm just making sure everybody's ready. We should be starting pretty soon. As soon as I get the go ahead, we will start it. This is going to be great. Very different team comps by one character. Because honestly, you're going to see Scotty and Aletta in most of these. Because if you have an Aletta...
counters.
All right, we're ready to go. All right. Yep. All right, guys, we are ready to go. And here we go. So it's really just Aletta's going to be in every comp, which means Skady has to be.
Pretty much. And then I reckon Ruby wins this time, because obviously you've got the counter to Aletta and Scat. I don't know how effective Hunter will be. Obviously it's good against Aletta, but I think Ruby, if I was putting it my best, I think the team with the Ruby are going to win this.
BMO, one of the best Alettas in the game for sure. We're going to go ahead and start out on him and see what he's going to do in the start. Is he going to go around fully, or is he going to take the middle route? He is going to go around fully, and he is the only one. So that's interesting. I mean, the other team probably electing to stay together because they have the Ruby panels, so it makes more sense for Eternal to stay next to his Ruby. But getting wall
That's going to be annoying though. He's going to just be chipping away, letting them know that he's still there, so they can't fully like rush the other side, and then he can flank and then get stalling. So.
Exactly. But Eternal going out, and he is just trying to get people to get away so his teammates can actually go for him. Oh, and what a snipe there from Jope. I know it's the Skady, so we can't snipe, but that was a really good shot by Joper there to be able to take out Cry before he could kill his Aletta. I mean, and that's exactly
another pick as well.
Yep. Oh my God.
Unfortunate. They're getting pretty staggered now.
Yeah, and that is going to be a problem for sure. Eternal is doing a great job of living though, and then getting into his teammates' line of sight so they can take him out. And I think we'll go over to Thomas here and see how the Ruby's faring, and they're actually getting it. Yep. They're actually getting a lead here, which is pretty significant. 10% is no joke on this, and it's only growing. And
especially on this map.
Yep, and the Hunter taken out.
Going to the middle is so hard to, because it's almost suicide on this map. If you push the middle, you almost essentially die. So.
Oh, for sure. And Bugs able to get his ult off, but it wasn't able to kill Thomas. Thomas lives through every ult that gets hit from the Skady. I don't know how he's doing that.
Ruby is just so underestimated and so tanky. with her
Oh,
10%
sure.
damage reduction next to the shields is pretty
Uh,
crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those passive abilities that you look at and you're like, man, I can't believe I get this crappy passive. And
Yeah.
then when it happens, you're like, oh, okay, this actually isn't that bad. Like, because you'll
Exactly.
survive so many more fights than you think, like, that before you would have died. And a lot of things that'll hit you and kill you, it's going to take an entirely extra shot because of that 10%. So the 10% is actually much more significant than just 10%.
And when you've got pro players playing against each other, you want to get every advantage as you can,
Oh, for
and that
sure. And it
10% is.
also it affects your team as well, right?
I don't believe it does.
It doesn't. Okay.
It's only Ruby.
Okay, because I thought it was. I
I'm
always thought it affected.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I always thought it affected your team for some reason. So I've been standing next to Ruby shields for no reason this whole time. Like,
Yep.
oh hey, what you gonna
That's
do?
great. Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, see, YOLO helping all of us, including me, get better at the game, learning new things every day. But BMO just doing a really good job to like stay back. But unlike Eternal, he can't go out there and just play around it because he's gonna get webbed, and then he's got just huge damage from this Ruby on him at all times. But he does ult, and he gets a really good play right there. Thomas able to
stay alive there.
yeah, for sure. And Bugs backing up so his team doesn't get screwed over by him dying. Great job there. And right here, Peep trying to come around to see if he can help his team. And Jop just coming to take him out in a one-shot.
Nothing that he can do. As soon as Ruby puts down the shields and he's in the open with nothing, it's just
Yeah.
free kill.
And of course, they called it out to Jop. He's there in just a second.
Yeah.
And he's not going to miss.
Exactly.
So that is one thing Jop doesn't do is miss. But that Aletta bug, web bug.
That's really annoying.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
with Shell as well.
Yep.
It can really alter like how people play in like team webs.
Oh, what a
They
dance!
move around it.
He was able to dance him. Bugs was able to dance the Ruby right before he died. And he actually lived because of it much longer, and that is going to be significant. Especially considering, like, they're on the cart right here. I mean, there's not much that you can do if you die, you lose, and he died.
Yeah, exactly. Like they couldn't.
Yep.
They had to 3-push that point because otherwise it'd be a 3v2.
Yep.
So they couldn't even push their own car, and at that point it's just a loss.
Yeah,
There's no
for
quad.
sure.
There's no quad speed, so it's quite definite the outcome of that. So 1-0 to Team Easy. That's what we like to see so far.
Yeah.
Ruby was the MVP. As I said earlier, that pick countering two heroes just sorts them out, gives them so much more tanking, so much shield.
For sure. And like the shields, like not only do they help by blocking the damage, but it completely alters how everyone has to play. Just because like you can't like effectively get behind them with that Aletta, and then your teammates come help get that kill. Because you have to get behind them, and everybody needs to move together and in unison. And if you start like getting those shields out of the way, or if he just feels you behind him, he's gonna hit fresh shields, and it's gonna kind of give that little bit of a delay for everyone to get out of the line of sight, and your flanks aren't gonna work nearly as well. So it's not just that shield damage that's broken, but the strategy has to change completely, and it's much less effective.
And also, you've got like most people that play Scad and Aletta play with auto fire on. So if you've got those shields, wasting some of that ammo before they go in a gunfight, that can be pretty crucial as well. Having to reload mid gunfight, so it's just those little things that Ruby can help with that makes her a pretty underrated hero.
For sure, and making sure what we're doing here.
Yeah, I need to get that second room sorted out.
Yep. We are going to be switching hosts, I believe. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be on South America host now, I believe.
Okay. So we are going to have to switch hosts in between every game, guys, just to make it fair.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys waiting for that. It is important to have as much competitive integrity as we can and make it as fair as possible. We're going to be making those rooms and getting everybody in. Luckily, nobody's going into games between them, so we don't have to wait a full 5 minutes for one player.
I know.
Um,
We just hear that someone's playing a game of
yeah.
free for all right now.
Uh,
The worst would be a Gigamine escort game. That would
oh
just
man.
15 minutes completely gone.
No, they would just get a forfeit. Like, but yeah. So it's one thing though that like not being able to quit is kind of good because like your teammates can't quit on you. But man, it
Then
can
they can
be
just close the game anyway.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest.
True.
If I just get random in like random games and I'm on my own and I just get
Mhm.
Asia server randomly, I'm like, I'm not gonna play on 300 ping. I'm just gonna have a bit of a break. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's just it has to be done. Playing on 300 ping isn't worth it at the moment. But
And I mean, honestly, the bot might even be better. Like,
yeah, genuinely. So.
well, actually, like the crazy thing is, me and my fiance played together, and like she had got her iPad had died, and all of a sudden, like I just start seeing her name popping up in the kill feed like crazy. Like those insane bots can be pretty good sometimes, depending on the character you're playing.
Especially, I remember when Mark Insanebot maybe 4 or 5 months ago used to be the most broken. Like we would play scrims and we would just have 2 people and then an insane Mark bot, and it was genuinely the most broken thing.
I mean, it's still not great. If you're an aggro character in free for all and you play it and there's a mark and I mean, you can't dodge him, so like the whole jumping around to dodge, it doesn't work. It's the same thing when you run into an Osus bot and you know that like you either have to hit all headshots or he's gonna kill you no matter what you do. So.
Especially.
It's just a timer from when they. It's just a timer from when they see you to when you die. Yeah, but it's not that bad. And if you're playing an aggro character like Aletta in a free for all, then you know what you're signing up for, and you're being so annoying to everyone else. You deserve it.
We've got the new room details now.
All right, thank you. All right.
For everyone that's watching this, the finals, and it will be a best of 5. So it's 1-0 currently to Team Easy.
All right, and so yeah, we're getting all our players in here now, and it is honestly been really good. That was a really good game. The problem is that it's just such a counter. Especially on that map, to have one side have a hunter and another have a ruby. So while it does look score-wise that it was just an outskill thing, a lot of that just really comes down to the fact that you got to go through those shields. So your whole entire strategy with the hunter is to have the Aletta being annoying and getting people low while you go in there and that hunter one-shots everybody that's half health. Yeah. But with those shields, you can't do that. So
exactly.
Yeah, so it literally just counters that comp so completely that it's almost impossible to win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the interesting and like one of the most fun parts of playing competitively is the mind games that you've got going into games. Do you bluff? Do you double bluff? Because like most of these players know each other, so they know who their mains are. So do you play your main or do you play someone that they won't predict, and like various things that go into it, not just what you think is best on the map.
Yeah, for sure, and we do make our competitors choose what teams they're playing before they actually pick, because you'll just have them never play. Because if they counter yours, you're going to be like, well, no, I'll play this, and then you'll just have an endless counter. So we do make them actually choose before.
The amount of times in like the old tournaments that one team would host, they would say, ask ready, they would say yes, and then they would triple change the pick and click ready immediately as like before the other team could change, and just go in and just have the freest win.
Yeah, that's just remember when we were talking about competitive integrity? That's not that.
Yeah, I know it's not. Like a few teams that did it, they definitely got called out for it. I'm pretty certain most of those players have stopped the game now. So
well,
they got their fair share of it, which is deserved.
Yeah. Well, right now, at least we make it to where they can't do that, so it doesn't matter if they have integrity. We got it for them. So, but we're just waiting for one more player. I don't think he's in free for all though, so that's good. And we are going to be playing Crystal Assault on Temple Ruins, guys. Um, and
That's good.
uh, and it looks like it is going to be the same for both teams. It's going to be an Aletta. Uh, it looks like a Aletta with a double shell Judix is. I mean, you're at
Yeah,
just such a disadvantage if you don't. That you kind of
I
have
know.
to play it. Um,
That's the thing. Like, I can't wait with Vincent and Kelvin come in because they're gonna completely
mm,
spice up the meta and take the picks out. Maybe not necessarily Shell and Judex, it's just annoying when you've got an ult that's that valuable that even if you die, you get 30% and like double or triple damages.
yeah.
You can't not get.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, because you don't even have to kill the other team; you just have to get in there. Especially with Shell, where
Yeah,
you can just hit your invincible mode, and then if you jump out of it, you gain the speed boost the whole way through. Even after the thing's over, you still maintain it as long as you're in the air. And all these players know exactly how to do it perfectly. So they're gonna get there with
exactly.
that shell, and they're gonna throw it off, and it's gonna be game over. And if you don't have that option, especially when it gets 4x, I mean, that's you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
So
It'll be interesting to see if Vincent being able to one shot will counter those Judex and Shell like trying to push in and throw it, but he's just too weak. Like Judex can just one shot headshot him if he's just in the open waiting to one. It'll be
yeah,
interesting. I think Crystal's gonna
all
stay
right.
the same meta.
We are actually getting this to start off, so that's good. And yeah, I have no idea how Vincent's gonna shape things up. Like I just hope that I just hope it's not too cheesy. Um,
Yeah. It's
it,
also the massive paywall. Like he's gonna be great, and the fact that he's gonna be very expensive to get will mean like teams will just have a massive advantage if they've got him. Because
yeah,
like the ability to his passive, in my opinion, is what makes him so good. Just being able to get a kill, then
yeah.
regain full HP, then get another ability, which can allow him to go invisible again, and then he can just get stack kills. So
BMO taken out early, and that's going to be a problem for their team because Bugs and Pete taken out as well. Everyone down. BMO spawning early, but there's a lot of damage is going to be done to that crystal by the time their team's up. And Eternal trying to take everyone out by himself. It didn't end up working, but Thomas taken
he might.
out. And as you see, BMO waiting for his team. He's not going to go out by himself. Job getting hit for half his health off of that on a head glitch. What a shot. Or what a bunch of shots by BMO. And BMO getting hit in the back. He dies. The entire team's dead. And
Okay, so that's crazy. They're gonna get some ults off now, hopefully.
they did get their ult off actually before they died. So they did do some damage there. And that is just so much damage by Team Easy there. Like, holy crap, that is a lot. But
Yeah, especially when it's not even double damage, they've
yeah,
got a good chunk, and they're just gonna play control now. As long as they can make sure that none of the Shell or Judexes get past the mid area to get their rolls off, they're just gonna get control until they get their rolls.
oh for
So
sure. And right here, Thomas is just up top trying to help his team, but they know that, and they're going to make that Judix irrelevant by just staying away from any of his line of sights. He's going to have to get out there and do a little bit more to try to just get forward. But the problem is that if he exposes himself too much, he's going to have that same problem of just getting killed. Right there, Eternal
for
not
sure,
able to get his ult off. That was huge.
double
If he,
damage now, so we're
yep.
gonna see some ults getting off.
Oh, and Pete misses his ult actually, so that is not going to do any damage.
Oof.
That
That
is
is, yeah,
that is rough.
that's
And
crucial actually.
yep.
That would have done a lot of percent, probably about 20%. That would have made it a lot closer.
100%, it is a problem, and you just have it over here. This is going to be the game.
Yeah,
That Chelt is all that it
very
took.
well played.
And the reason their crystal damage was going down before that, Jop's just over there, just pounding away at that crystal the whole time. Um, and that is going to be a win there. And we are going to move on to control. And that was pretty dominant, to be honest.
Yeah,
A really good
that
job.
was.
And as you guys noticed, Thomas stayed up top and he didn't really go out. nearly as much as Peep was doing, and that helped his team a lot there. Go ahead and change the screen to our faces so no one can join the. So that was honestly like a really dominant position, and having, like I said, having that guy up top is huge.
It is.
Like,
Because it
that,
stops them from being able to push up and then jump off the balcony and get the ult off.
yep.
Because it forced them having to go underneath and then taking a lot more damage. And then, as you saw, them missing an ult because they're very low HP. They've not got as much time as they would have, and yeah, pretty crucial.
And where I was saying Thomas needs to be able to get more in the fight right there, and kind of make it to where he can see better. What he was also doing, and probably what he was thinking, which was the right decision most likely, is I just need to stay back, get anyone who comes near me, and stay alive. Because by staying alive, he ends up making it to where he's able to be able to hit his ult as soon as it comes up from up top. He never has to go down to the crystal. Unlike Shell, you can throw your Fire of Justice from up top to hit it, so you don't ever need to do that. Okay, so Warehouse Soda 1. Okay. Are we doing...
Right.
Yeah, are we doing Payload Race? Well, I don't know how the best of 5 works.
What? Okay. I'm confused.
Yeah, so... Wait, what? How... They just got knocked out. No, okay, so it's loser brackets final. Okay, so it's a best of 2 game. Okay, so there's a losers bracket, that's why. Okay. So,
okay.
Good to know. Alright, so, that was not a best of 5. Yep. Alright, well, okay, either way, Payload Race on Sotos, the lobby's still there the same, so it's all good. But yeah, so, sorry, we are, playing, and it is a, double elimination tournament, and I was not aware of that. So, that's great, though, that Eurovision has another chance. And that's perfect, because with them losing so, like, heartbreakingly, what I would consider due to ping, like, to have where they're going to get that second chance, that's huge. And it makes me feel a lot better about them getting eliminated from that. Yeah. Also, I'm not going to lie to you, Eurovision versus 13 is what I predicted to be the finals. So I'm really excited to see them play. So this is going to be a very exciting match, guys. This is like 2 of the top teams. I mean, and also a lot of the people on Eurovision are actually in 13. So, Cry and Blizzard.
I mean, most of them are in exclusive. So they're just with different team names. So.
Alright, there we go. I have Eurovision up at the top. That way they are represented properly.
Perfect.
Alright, but we are still waiting for them to come in. And so this will be EU and A, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so we do have a little bit of ping, but it is a much better situation than South America, Europe. It's much closer. And like I said, I'm really excited to see these 2 teams play, just because the simple fact that they're some of the best players in the world, and in ranked matchmaking, they play together all the time, and their games always go to the 3rd round of everything. It's always just like in control is always like 3rd round. You're always gonna have their escorts go to just the last minute. So it's perfect that they're here, and that's why I expected them to be in the finals, to be honest. But hey, we're gonna see exactly. We only need one more to get in here, and we are going to be doing it on that warehouse soda again. So the box won't be coming down in the middle, so the whole game matters, which is always a good thing. But yeah, I don't know if this is best of 3 or if it's best of 5.
Yeah, I've just questioned that. I'm pretty certain it'll be BO3. We'll see. Yeah, it's BO3.
Okay, good. All right, and yeah, so I guess the standard of it'll be the same Payload race, Crystal, then Control. I want to see these two teams play Control, so I'm hoping for a 1-1.
Yeah, same. Control is so fun, especially to commentate.
For
just
sure.
because a lot happens.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Okay. Well, anyways, we're just waiting on one more, and then we will be able to get into the match.
Interesting seeing a Harling pick here. I love that pick. Bar on this map is great. You can play both balconies and have so much control. Just being able to have the scan vision on their entire cart the entire time is so huge and get so much information. And then as soon as you want to push that step, you can immediately just get a headshot and then get peeked from the window. It's such a good position.
For sure. And the one thing that's really fun to see also is when the other team picks Hunter, which looks like it's going to happen, is just watching the interesting dynamic that Hunter has to go through because he's responsible for that walling. And to watch that Hunter wall peak for his life on that walling, and I learned from Dan. Dan in a earlier tournament. He's another top player in the South American tournament for their South American Championships. He had this insane angle across the map, like to hit the Hunter that I just never even seen before. And that's the best part about watching these kind of tournaments is you learn so much new techniques.
You find so many.
And just you learn the things that you wish you knew. Because these guys are playing for money. If you think they're holding anything back, just keep it from people.
It's all coming out.
Oh yeah, and you know they're doing the best things that they know to do. And so you can really take stock in that and okay, if this is what they're doing here, then maybe I should try it. And if it doesn't work, hey, it might not be for you because some of these things can be really hard to do. But it's always worth a try and a few tries because you're never going to get it on your first one. And but watching tournaments like this, especially the money ones, you're always going to have the best of the best come out with their best. And so it's definitely really good to learn from. And all right, so they are ready. So we're going to go ahead and start. And let's get into the game. And like I said, we do have basically a mirror. Every single time you're going to have Aletta, Scotty, just because you have to. If you have Aletta, you have to have Scotty. So, and then you're going to have Walling versus Hunter, which on this map is a lot better of a matchup for that Hunter than it would be for the Hunter. It's definitely better for the Walling overall. But on
it could be so much better.
Yeah, on Soda, it's so much better for him than it is on Chinatown. That because there's so many less places for that walling to come from. And I don't know if we have someone sitting up in the spawn. Nope. Okay, Cry is out. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but
a bit delayed there, but at least everyone's moving.
Well, I mean, Cry's always going to come around anyways, so he gets there in time. And, great job by Peep to still be alive here. And Cry really low, and he's able to take him out. BMO doing a great job to go there and help his Hunter. And right here, he is just going to hope that he gets lucky and doesn't die to this walling. Yeah. Because for sure, and to get out of there in time, because that Wylene can't heal, but he can. So definitely good to just let your teammates come behind and just let that happen, because that Wylene can still one-shot you at any time. So right there, doing a great job. And remember, we also have a Hunter, for that, for BMO. So his job is to get him low, and the Hunter can pick him off from afar. And man, when you're a Hunter and you get webbed, that is the worst feeling.
It really is. Just helpless.
Yep. And but oh wow, BMO almost lived through that. That was pretty lucky. But he does end up getting taken out. Peep does get killed before he gets falling ulted. But Bugs just trying to do his best to hold his own for his team. But this is actually just a pretty significant lead right here. I mean, 20%.
Yeah, hitting very important shots on that.
Oh, what a shot on the Aletta by Blizzard. What a play, and Pete being taken out. This is just domination, and the fact that they're in the blender. I mean, there's only two places they can come from because, I mean, it's really easy for them to see, and if they go through the cart, through the alley, Blizzard can tell them, so it's just really easy to focus them down, and there's not much of a chance to get out, but Cry does do a really good job for his team to be able to get him out right there. Solaris on the cart, just doing his best to get as much time as possible. And
exactly, they've got to that 80% mark, which means unless they start pushing now, 13 aren't going to have much hope.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of time, a lot of...
Oh, Blizzard with a headshot! Sorry to interrupt. That was quite a shot.
That was very clutch. Getting knocked out there, but they've got that percent now. They're on 90%, so...
And Bugs did hit his ult, but I don't know if it's going to be enough because they aren't going to be able to get to that 1 minute mark because they need that 1 minute mark now just to move this thing back because, I mean, there's no way you can live this long and dance around. It is going to be rough. But BMO able to take him out and give his team a shot. And that is actually a huge play. If he doesn't get that kill, they automatically lose. So huge right there.
Got to just triple commit though. So as soon as they just can't do anything because as soon as they have two people in car.
Oh, Peep able to stop him right there. Actually, this is going to be huge. And the Wall Ingle getting him off the cart, but they all die, so they aren't able to cap in time. And we're going to have Cry just try his best to get on that cart. They're holding it. And once we get to the minute and things double up, we aren't getting to a minute, though, so don't have to worry about it. But man,
the amount of times this stream that you've said something and immediately something else is happening. Just to...
Well, hey, you know, it could have been cool if they would have just I don't know kept him from going that 1 meter. Like why didn't they do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, so once you get to that 95% point, it's really hard to come back from that. I mean, but yeah, it would have been great though to see if they could have gotten back to that point where they are basically able to get the double speed going, because until double speed would go and they could push that cart back, they aren't even able to push their own cart because they need all three people at the other team's cart just to stop it from going in. So
they couldn't even get round. They couldn't get around the corner, so they couldn't even push whilst getting assistance. Because if it's like an 80% to 60%, that's a fine gap. But if they're on like 40 to 80. Then as soon as you try and push, you've got no supporting your two teammates. So.
Yeah, and honestly, like one other aspect to that is the fact that you have a Walling second ult and Scotty second ult to contend with.
Yeah, you've got a lot of CC.
So they didn't even have to kill you; they just have to go over there with an ult. And so that's got to be the scariest thing in the world, to have 2 minutes on the clock at 95%, knowing that you have 2 second ults on you that dance you away from your cart. And so that has to be the worst feeling in the world. And the crazy thing is, they made it through a minute of it.
They did well, but it's one of those things that as soon, like, you can't hold for 2 minutes. It's just unfortunate. It's an unfortunate position to be in.
Oh, for sure.
Outplay there.
Honestly, I don't even if it was not for $500, I guarantee you they would have just let him cap.
Probably. I would have. Like, it's one of those things, because when you're losing pretty badly, you don't want to be in voice chat just getting really annoyed on 95%. It's almost best to just take the loss and reset instead of just getting triggered with each other on 95%, but you know ultimately it's going to be a loss. It's a waste of the time.
Oh, 100%. And especially for the simple fact that like when you're going in there, like there's no chance to win that, but for $500 there's a chance.
The chance just magically comes in.
Because that 1 in a million shot seems so much more worth it. Because I mean, if you do make it work, I mean, like you don't know, like your team could just get some crazy stuff going. Honestly, if the roles are reversed, there actually could have been a chance. Because I mean, when you have a sniper, yeah, because
That's
headshots.
also such a good thing having horror.
Mhm.
Like it can make something look from so bad to so good in just
Oh yeah,
3 hours.
and also I went all the way to gold 1, which like then it stopped letting me queue in on that last day. And then I just played with Myron, which was way more fun. Playing in Gold 2, I realized, okay, I'm just going to play Walling every game. And then it's magically you can start to actually affect things. Because in this game, it is a team game. And so going in by yourself, I recommend getting good at Walling if you want to go in by yourself.
You have to, yeah. Like I main her at the moment and just play her every game, and it's such a good win condition to have, because when you can one-shot people, it doesn't matter if you're a one-shot, if you have 1 KP compared to full HP, because if they're a one-shot as well. So as long as you've got good aim and you can jump, hit shots, and you've got a good flick, and like, but one thing you have to do with Hua is play core. If you're not playing core with Hua, it's a lot harder, and you can't do half the things that you can do with her. That makes her broken.
100%. And also against those guys who are playing Aletas and any really aggro's against you, you have those feathers that just makes it so much easier and more possible to be able to get those kills. Especially than something like Osis. Osis, I mean, like, you can still get the kill, but it's so much harder because you have to actually hit them while they're double jumping, dashing. But because of those feathers, you just get to watch them be on the ground, and it's just an easy kill. So that's what makes, especially like at this level where these guys are not going to give you that free kill. Like having that slow, it just makes it so much easier. But WoW just allows you to play with one person.
Have we got the new room?
Yes, we have everybody in here just now. I'll let you be able to see that. But yeah, so but we should be starting pretty soon. We're playing on South American hosts, so I don't have the host, but we will be starting very soon because everybody's in here. I think they have their characters. It will be a mirror comp of Judix, Shell, and Aletta, so should be good there. And I mean, I'm always interested to see people playing like top Alettas play each other. Honestly, BMO is the most annoying person on the planet. I mean, as a person, I'm sure he's great, but every time I play him, every time
I'm with him in voice chat a lot. He's a great guy. I mean, we've had a bit ups and downs in the past, but when you're a good player, you've just got respect for each other, and then you learn to know their play styles, and then it's just nice, good vibes.
Well, see, I don't know the man personally, so I have hatred in my heart for his Letta. As a man, it's whatever. But man, luckily we don't have to play each other that often. But when I do, it's annoying because I'm always playing Osis for whatever reason. Luckily,
that's just torture. You're just torturing yourself for that.
Well, luckily in ranked at least, like I know he's on the other team, so I don't pick Osis. But but man, it's awful. But we'll see what BMO does here and see if he can be as annoying as I know him to be.
It's on EU's ping, so it's going to be Price going to have the advantage in terms of the 1v1 here.
Well, that's what you thought. Holy, he didn't miss a bullet. I would have thought the same thing. So don't worry. But man,
I just chewed on my own tongue.
He did not miss a bullet. Which is so good. I mean, when you're playing on probably at least 150 ping on Aletta, like it's not the easiest thing in the world to hit a full clip. But Peep actually getting behind him though, and Blizzard there, not able to be taken out. But Bugs up top, and he's got his teammates back here. And Pete doing a great jump off the top to be able to get huge distance there. And
siphoning that out.
oh, Pete didn't go. Why didn't he go for the crystal with his ult? He had it up. He went for the kill instead and died. He could have gotten his ult off there. That's going to be a huge like development there.
I'm
Blizzard.
sure he did get.
He didn't. They both both shells have their ults. So he went for the kill. He went for the kill and didn't get it. Peep got his off. Or no, it's not Peep. Sorry, Bugs got his off. But Blizzard just got his.
The name tags
yeah.
Just
Sorry about
okay,
that.
So
yeah, and
pretty close so far.
yeah, and but Cry hasn't thrown his off. Bugs is about to get his Fire of Justice back up, and Cry has not used his yet. So that is pretty big and significant. He's gonna have to throw that thing, and he dies there. So Bugs is gonna get his.
Missed out so much.
Yeah,
he's missed out so much percentage wise.
100%.
Oh, is he just okay?
That is Bugs' second Fire of Justice, and Cry has not used one yet.
Exactly.
That's
literally the only difference between the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, and it's huge. And right here, he's getting taken down. He might not get it off again. He's trying, and you can see that's what he's going for. He's trying to get it off.
He's going for it now. Okay, he gets it off.
As you can see, I'm not sure if the lag's on my end or his end there. I think Cry's lagging. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so Cry's lagging because it doesn't happen when I go on other people, so it's not my end. So yeah, so that is Cry lagging, not me. And Bugs right here needing to take these people out, but he can't see him yet. He's trying to help his teammate Peep out on the bottom, and he does. What a shot. And can he take out Solaris? Nope, because he just hit his second ult. Oh, he throws it, but it didn't go off. I think that might have... Nope, it didn't waste the ult. Bugs didn't waste his ult, thankfully. So he still has that. But at times 3 damage, you might not even get a chance to spawn and shoot it. Peep does hit his ult on there with triple damage. That might be the game in and of itself, and it will be. Peep just did 40% damage on a crystal.
I know.
And he was dead for most of it.
He turned so quickly.
He was dead for most of it. It's the funniest part. And now you see, guys, that is exactly why everyone runs Shell Judix. Sorry about that. All right, but again, guys, that was a really great game. Is that 1-1 or 2-0? Do you know?
Yeah, it's 1-1. You've got what you wanted. Control.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
All right.
Eurovision won the first game on an S1 race, and then
all right.
13 winning just now.
Do we know who is going to be host?
Host? I will see.
Yep.
Can you host?
Yes, I can. All right. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really wanted to see this because I need to know what I need to start playing next. Because I'm grinding rank like crazy next season.
Okay.
And I have no friends, so I just basically play free for all the time. Or at least I tell everyone that's why. I mean, you're in the exclusive server.
Message going. I'm sure people will join.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna stop playing free for all as much and actually play ranked because all of my subscribers ask me, "Well, what's the best rank strategy?" And it's like I play free for all. Why are you asking me?
I can't help you there.
Yeah. Because it's kind of my job to make the video to tell you. That's why you're asking me. Well, you know what? Next season, I guess I'll play a lot of ranked. So I need to know what to play. So that's why I need to see what they want to play on Control because these are some of the best players in the world and definitely some of the hardest people I've played in ranked. I'm very fortunate to have the best teammates in the world when I play ranked. Thank God. Somebody's got to carry me. But it sucks to play against these guys no matter who your teammates are though because they're also the best in the world. And no matter how good you are at shooting your shots, like once you get to this stage, your gun skill maybe is 30% of the battle. Like everything else is your communication and and just knowing each other and knowing that hey, he's gonna go around this way every single time. When we're in this situation, he's gonna be there and have my back. So instead of you running behind the cart and missing out on that damage, you trust he has your back and you get an extra shot or two off and you live because you know he's gonna come save you and he does. And
exactly, it's crucial, and especially in ranked when you've got a lot of teams not playing in voice chat, they're automatically at a massive disadvantage because all the top players use voice chat. It's so much easier. You get so much more information. If you're not using voice chat, then you might be making a play that you think your teammates have got your back and they don't, and then you feel like stuff like FOR scans that only the FOR can see and then can't tell them of the information is so important.
And oh my god, when you think to yourself, okay, cool, I'll wait here because there's a shell to my right, and that guy, like, on the other side of the wall from you, on the other side of the map, sometimes it's on your team, he can't see that shell. So he needs to know that you're not going to be there. He's going to expect you to move forward, because why wouldn't you? Like, he can't tell what's going on your end. So being able to just tell people, hey, I'm not going to be there for you. It's not even just about calling things out that, like, hey, come kill this guy. Sometimes it's just letting them know that, hey, don't go in by yourself expecting me to be there. I'm not going to be there. Letting people know that, like, hey, I'm stuck over here can be just as important as anything else, because, I mean, your teammates might expect you to be there, and if you can't tell them otherwise, I mean, they're going to go on that hill by themselves expecting you to be there. The story of my life going in solo.
And they lose, so.
100%. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, solo. I tried solo once for a bit just to see. All
right, 1 sec. We need to kick. There we go. Sorry, there was a glitch in the lobby, so I had to kick BMO.
Okay.
Yeah. But there is a glitch that sometimes happens in private lobbies if you don't know, and in order to kind of be able to keep going, you have to kick the person and let them rejoin. All right. Let's see. Everyone ready? I'm just making sure all our players are ready, and alright, so that team is ready. We're just making sure the other one is. Alright, cool. Everybody's ready. Alright. So, we have an exciting one for you guys here. Not a mirror comp. So, that's one thing. And we are playing on Crispy County again. Again, one side does have a little bit of an advantage. There's a Sindri here, so I am hoping for him that he's on good side. Oh, okay. They actually... Yeah. This is control extended. Okay. So...
Okay.
That's actually my bad. I had it on control extended. So we might actually have to back out of this.
I'll see. I'll let you know what Lando says. But
actually, like, what we're just gonna actually,
side.
I agree, but we might just go off who wins the first round. Sorry, guys, they look exactly the same, and I already had it on control extended from earlier, so that is my fault. But honestly, whoever wins the first round might just win, unless they want to actually do it the fair way and let control extended play out.
You want?
Okay, rehost.
Rehost.
All right, that's fair. All right.
Yeah, rehost.
All right. How do you actually get out as a tournament? There's no pause button.
You have to wait. Like, you have to wait for the game to end. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, there's no actual.
Or no, you wait for it to end, or everyone leaves.
All right.
When everyone leaves, I'm pretty.
But yeah, that is my fault, guys. Sorry about that. Well, I apologize for that, guys. It does look the same. But yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd let it play out and just have the control extended play it. Let's see, who is still in the game? No, actually, no one's moving. So, do I?
Yeah, it should kick you out soon.
Okay, because if I have to just wait here for 6 minutes, that'd be kind of awful.
Imagine. It's like great content.
Yeah, that would be quite the mistake. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has quit out at this point. So it should end soon. But yeah, either way, we can keep talking about how great both these teams are and how great it is that we get to have a Game 3, even if we do have to wait 5 minutes and 27 seconds to do that. But it should kick me out for an activity, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know why it hasn't yet. Usually, it usually just kicks you out as soon as they all leave.
Unless
You
there's
can't do anything.
yeah, unless there's someone still in here. It's just
Imagine there could be someone just AFK, but a bot would have come in by now. So
yeah,
if
no,
they're
everyone's standing still. So I mean, I guess technically they are all bots. No, because no one's playing. So yeah, I have no idea.
it could just be a bug.
Yep, that would make sense. This is a beta
I
program
mean,
after all, so
actually, there's not really another way to do this.
yeah, because if I get out and get back in, it's just gonna put me in the game. So if I close, but either way, it is interesting though that they are using a Sindri on here, and I don't know who's gonna have the good side or who's gonna have the bad side, but if the Sindri is on the bad side, that is gonna be huge because you're gonna be able to wall peek. If you can go ahead and tell them, I appreciate that. But yeah, so being able to wall peek that Sindri's turret is going to be huge, and super annoying for that Sindri. So if he's on bad side, like that could be a really big problem. It's going to take a lot of turret placement and technique to be able to get out of that. And yeah, it's at 3 minutes 50 seconds. So in about 3 minutes and 50 seconds, we will be able to do that. The stream's frozen. Oh, okay. All right. We are gonna fix this pretty soon. All right. 1 second. Okay, and we only have 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. But we are going to be out of this pretty soon. We will be right back with more. Just trying to go ahead and get this. We need to fix these on our end. Oh, okay, so you guys can't hear YOLO. YOLO actually has disconnected, so it will just be me. My bad. So yeah, I don't know if his internet went out or what, but he's gone. Okay, he said he is back now, so good to know. I'll go ahead and try to get him back in here and see what we can do. I'll go ahead and let you guys see. So there is a countdown for the screen, just to see what I see. Yeah, so I do apologize for the technical difficulties, guys. We can't actually leave these because I don't have a menu screen. So that is the problem that we have here. And hopefully we can get you back. But I do have YOLO back in here. So.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can.
I've had Sri Lankan Wi-Fi just mugging me out for a bit there.
No problem. It does happen sometimes.
Yep.
So.
Okay, now my camera's just the other way around.
No problem. I'll go ahead and get that settled. But we do have 1 minute and 23 seconds left because yeah,
it's in the wing, but
it is what it is. There is no way to get around it. But I mean, hey, at least we could all have some good times, good friends here.
I think I'm upside down in the stream.
Yeah, you are sideways. It has you as your camera. Yeah, your camera. Your camera thinks you're vertical. So
yeah, I'm just gonna sort that out.
Yep. All right, we are getting everything sorted, guys. I do apologize, but we should have everything back and ready in about
What is it doing?
0 minutes and 3 seconds, or 0 minutes and 30 seconds,
Yeah.
rather. So,
Perfect.
so it shouldn't be too much
Back in
longer.
business.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear. All right, so we will be back pretty soon, and everything will work out. Thank you guys for kind of bearing with us. All right. Okay, we are getting out of it finally. Thank God. That took quite enough time. All right. So
We're back.
we are back. Thank God. Okay, so
Wait.
1 second and wait. Are you serious?
There's no way.
It's going
There's
to
no
round
way.
2.
There's no way. Oh my
Well,
God, it's
there
gonna go
aren't any teams on each side, so are they seriously playing bots on both sides? Well, hey, at least the game should end this time, right?
There is no way.
That's just funny.
Yeah, but now it's gonna make us play this round.
Oh, well, when I
and
said
then play the other round after.
Yes, it is. Alright, well, hopefully exiting the app will fix it. Because they're all bots, maybe it will. But,
Hopefully.
that is the... But, yeah, so I appreciate all of you guys bearing with us. I am relogging in, so hopefully it'll fix all of it. Okay, good. It worked. Alright, well, good to know that we could have probably done that from the beginning. My bad. Alright, so...
tried earlier on.
Yeah, I did try and it didn't work. I guess somebody was still in the game when I tried that.
Yeah,
Alright.
maybe.
So... Alright, and I'll get your video back up after we get everything settled. Alright, I am creating the lobby now. And then I apologize everyone for this.
You might want to change the screen transition so other people don't join.
That is a very good point. But so we do actually have control this time, so. Alright, so I'm getting the room code to everybody, and we will go ahead and get done. Alright, so I have sent that, and we are just going to wait for those guys. And then, basically, we already know what everybody is going to be playing, so... Oh, okay, they are already in a game, or not a game, but a lobby for us, so that way we don't have to wait for everyone to get started. So, perfect. So, we will join the lobby and immediately be ready to go. Alright. So, let's see. 3, 5... Alright. Alright, we're getting in, and we are immediately going to be able to go. I apologize for that inconvenience, guys. But luckily, now we will be able to get into the game. Again, it is going to be a Letta and Scotty on both teams, but there will be a Sindri on one and a Shell on the other. So, that will be the difference. Alright, I'm letting them know that we are in and ready, and we can finally start. So, and this is game 3. This is game 3, so the winner of this will go to the finals, and then we will have a best of 5.
Yeah.
Alright, so transition over, and the game will start. Alright. But yeah, so...
Based on this comp, what do you think the outcome's going to be then?
Honestly, it depends on if the Sindri's on bad side. Because the Sindri's going to be really good if it can take out the Aletta on the other team. But if they can just wall peek and kill the Sindri turret, that's going to be a problem. Also, Blizzard has...
Sindri's on the good side.
And Blizzard also has really good turret placement, so that could mitigate it. But, yeah, like you said, he's on good side anyway, so... Doesn't end up mattering.
Actually, no, Sindri's on the bad side.
Well, that is a problem then.
Oh, well.
Yep. And what are you going to do, though? Alright.
Yeah, I should get a
Okay, and we are gonna have Peep on the last alive for his team. He's low and he's dead. BMO just spawning. He's gonna have to get to that hill. If I mean, does he just wait for his team though? I mean, honestly, that's exactly what he's
Yeah,
gonna
you
do.
have to wait. You don't want to get
Yeah.
you don't want to get staggered. They do a bit of chip damage.
Yeah, way too much.
Okay.
And if you get webbed, you're just automatically gonna die. So you have to BMO hitting his ult, and he's getting in there to try to take out Solaris. Solaris ulted by the shell. That took a lot of ult investment just to kill Solaris, though. Cry and Blizzard are still good to go. Let's go ahead and stay on Blizzard for a while and see where he places these turrets. Turret placement is the number one thing I get asked about when it comes to like top level play, and for good reason. There's a lot of turret techniques the top players know that not even I know. And it's another thing, teleporters for Osis and the turrets for Sindri are a lot of things top players discuss amongst each other as well because it's so important.
Exactly, it gets so much value,
Yep.
and some people just place it in a position that can get right side peaked, and then therefore it's doing no damage.
Yep.
You want it to be somewhere that guarantees damage, guarantees information.
Yep, and right there, Blizzard trying to help take out BMO, and he might not get any of that benefit because he just goes ahead and gets a full heal, and he lived. So there, as you can see, Solaris waiting for Blizzard, and they're all going to go together, letting Cry start things off the way that it should be. Cry gets back behind his Sindri's turret, and they all three get danced. What a good job by Bugs to hit all three players there. Like, that is just crazy. But they still end up killing Pete from pretty far distance. And as you can see, there's a little bit of lag for Bugs here. And he's just trying to get on the wall. He can't get up the wall. That's funny. Yeah, but and to be clear, he could have just been trying to jump to see over the ledge. He might not have been trying to get on top. Yeah, so
that's probably most likely the case.
Yeah. So right here, Peep is trying to get behind Cry, and he does so pretty well. Bug's able to get him, and man, that 4,200 shot from the passive is just so huge. It's
massive.
Yeah, it's basically like having a sniper on your team. Peep doing a great job to wall peek Solaris there. Great job.
Great job there. He got netted and got the kill on Solaris, which is huge.
But
they've got to really try and get a cap now because they're pretty high up.
Bugs on a 6 spree doing work for his team, and you've seen it through the kill feed the whole time. What a web as well, especially with 4% left.
Left, right,
and 4% left. I mean, that web basically won him the game.
GG's.
That is, and so we will have your finals for you now, and we have fixed your camera, so we got that. And honestly, that was great. I kind of hoped that I would see something pretty cool happen on Control, and Bugs just coming out and just destroying, and being able to like web in Aletta as good as that. It's not easy to web someone that's really good on Aletta, top Aletta, to be able to hit it almost consistently.
Played the choke points as well very well, because when you've got a letter and you've made her constrained to a small room, she can't move half as much as she usually would, so it's a lot easier to net. Like, knowing that positions and not letting that really good a letter have that much space is a crucial thing to do.
For sure. And also on top of that, we also had him hit that triple ult and just had everyone dancing in different directions, and they were able to actually isolate the shell off that, and that was huge because when you're trying to break and you lose one of your key components, you have to wait for him to spawn before you even try with the other two guys, and that just slowed him down so many times. Every time he would web the Aletta and kill it. Like, once you lose one player, you're not going to break with like no damage done in two guys.
Exactly. Unless you have like a marksman like Bar. That's why I just love her and Crispy, because even if you're one kill down, it's so easy just to get a pick and then it's automatically 2-all again. It's such a like game-defining hero that I don't think gets played much currently. But well.
Yeah, and like that right there was just a masterclass though on why you are picking Scotty against these Alettas because one of the best Alettas in the world, one that you aren't going to beat very easily. Well, we now know why he did that. Like, because I mean that web, no matter how good you are, if that person's accurate enough to shoot the web, doesn't matter if you're the best jumping and accurate Aletta in the world because you're not able to do anything. Like,
I know.
it's absolutely awful to be in that Aletta shoes, knowing that like you're kind of letting your team down almost. And not that he was. It's like, but you feel that way in the moment. I mean, but if you get webbed by a really accurate Aletta, I mean, it's no, or Scotty, it's not your fault. I mean, it just sucks so much to feel helpless in the moment, knowing that like what you bring to the table is just gone. Like it is quite rough, but we will have a 13 easy final. And like I said, I did expect like 13 in Eurovision to be there, but at least I was half right. Which I mean, obviously, I could only be half right because they played each other. So but honestly,
yeah, I was different. I thought Easy would win. That was who I was rooting for. So
okay,
different opinions there, but
yeah,
I guess it's just the players that you support is a bit different and that sort of thing, like knowing each other. And
yeah,
I mean, it's nice to see that. Like, there's not one main team that stand out currently.
Oh,
that can just
for sure.
Like always shocks. There's always changes in this tournament, which is nice to see.
For sure, and it is always good to see that. Like to have those top teams, like not just be one dominant team that's going to win every tournament. I mean, let's like be real here. Who saw Exclusive? Who has like 6 or 7 of the teams in the top 10 of rank, or people in the top 10 of ranked? They aren't here. They got knocked out before the tournament even really started. At least Sunday. So like, who saw that coming? I didn't. But that's so great. The fact that Exclusive, who's won our most recent tournament for Rush League, like, the fact that they're not even here, that's huge. That means that there's not a dominant team, even the best clan for competitive. Not even they are the most dominant. So to see that little bit of diversity, although there's been an insane amount of exclusive players in the tournament, they're just mean. Exclusive team didn't make it. But the fact that exclusive NA wasn't even in the finals, that's huge. And
I mean, like in the final, you've got exclusive members going against each other, which is quite funny.
And this is a rematch, obviously. We do get, but I am the person, so we're gonna go ahead and get on Payload Race on Soda. And hope that I didn't just put us on Control again. No, I did it right. But we did end up...
Interesting to see a Labrador.
Yep.
Labrador is so underrated right now. I love it. I mean, if you know how to play him and play his ability, he is so tanky and he completely counters a lesser. If you can hit your shots, he's rapid fire. He's got so much HP. He's out. Oh man, it's so good.
For sure.
But against a Ruby, it makes him a lot harder to be effective.
Go ahead. Transfer it over, and
especially Thomas. Thomas is on a Ruby again, so Thomas has been doing so well with Ruby, so it's interesting to see.
I mean, a lot of the Lob's tech that helps him though, kind of gets stopped by this Ruby shield, and he doesn't have the ability to kind of get behind.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how this is going to go. BMO taken out so early. Wow, Jop just absolutely stopping that in the tracks. What a play by Jop to be able to kill him nearly in a one-shot. BMO able to get on the right side, though, and Jop doesn't get the web. Yep, so this actually gives time for BMO to hit his ult. He is able to take out Jop that time. And over here on this side, Valletta is taken out as well, though. So Thomas doing a really good job to stay alive and do some damage, but he's not able to get him. This could be a problem. He's backing up. He can't get it. Man, what a rough time as a Ruby when you have to just hope your teammates can spawn.
Yeah,
and
a great ult from Sky.
Yeah, Bugs over here doing a great job for his team. He is getting back because he knows that he's in a rough spot and doesn't want to get 1v3'd. Peep needing to heal is the main reason he got back because his teammate over here on the lob is a little low, but he is able to transition over to where that bigger heal is. And you can see there is a little lag for Peep, so he's just doing his best. And Lob is one of the characters that you can do a lot on lag, so I mean it's not slowing him down at all. And webbed, Eternal got webbed really bad by Bugs there. Great job, really good web. But that is going to be huge, though. Wow, they're just absolutely dominating right here.
Massive lead now,
yeah, I did not see the lob actually being this impactful, but it seems that the Ruby shields don't matter. Oh, for sure. And as we say that, he immediately dies. But he is able to take out so much of it. But Jop is able to kill BMO. Lob is the last alive, and he's not even waiting for his team. He is kind of just getting in play. No, he's going out by himself. I figured he was going to wait. Man, talk about having no fear. He wasted his ult. Did you think someone was to his right, or do you think he hit it on accident?
Yeah, he must have, or maybe a missed communication there.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm thinking. But what a
easier managed to get caught back there.
And right there, you just saw that maybe Jop was just throwing his ult away, knowing how good he is at webbing. He wants to make it fair because holy crap, to be able to hit the Aletta like that midair.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I mean, I'm just gonna assume that's what happened. Yeah. But BMO taking him out with his ult, and they are just dancing around. They dance the Ruby, and finally he is not able to live through a dance. That is like the 5th time I've seen him get hit by it, but he finally dies to it. Thomas making me jealous. Every time I'm danced, I don't live.
That is true, but I mean, there's not that big of a difference now. They managed to claw back, so.
But that's going to be huge. Pete,
that is a huge.
Yes, Pete getting that second lob ult off, killing the Ruby, and the Ruby's job there was to stay alive on the cart to stop it from advancing. So that's a huge kill, and Jop doing a great dance. He wants to show us that he can make the hardest dance I've ever seen happen. Kind of redeem himself a little bit right here. He's doing a great job. He's looking forward. He just assumes that his teammates got his back on BMO, and. That was a hard thing to have your teammates kind of do.
1v1 here.
I don't see an Aletta winning 1v1 against Lob, though. He did get a little bit of backup.
Good job.
Very good job. For sure. Ruby ult does take out a lot, but Bugs able to take out the Ruby. And Jop. What a play by Bugs to take both of them out, and there's nothing the Aletta can do because we were in the last minute. It did speed up. What a play by Bugs at the end to just completely get his team all the way there, almost on his own. That was crazy.
That was great stuff. I mean, they had to lead the entire game, and when you can just relax a bit more, especially when you've got Labula ult, and then you've also got Scaddy CC. You've got so much that's just cycling that can counter that Ruby. This was a very good job there, getting them the win. 1-0 in this final, which is a great place to be in.
Oh, for sure. And do we know if I am the lobby host again?
I don't think you will host because the other team is South America.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to see exactly what they do. And honestly, though, we did see some really good skating stuff. I mean, to watch them be able to throw dances over the carts while jumping in the air and just, not having to time it. They literally just tap the button. So they already have all these things. You can tell they practiced it.
It's just muscle memory at that point. You've learned the trajectory, and then you've just got to sort it out. And sometimes they do miss, but when it comes down to this, when they're under the pressure, they're just turning up. Clutch.
And also, when you're in that moment, you got the adrenaline pumping, everything just slows down. So what to us looks like something that was done so quickly, it's like, what are you talking about? It took forever by the player doing it. Because, man, when you get adrenaline, especially in these high-pressure games where things actually matter, time just seems to slow down. But And the biggest thing, though, is the webs on the Aletas from both teams were just crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure they hit at least half of them, and to do that against double jumping, dashing,
they got cut out for quite a lot of the game due to that.
And we haven't really seen that, like, outside of that last map before this one on that control, like someone hit Aletas that consistently, like, because I mean, and you're not supposed to. I mean, it's absolutely crazy when they're double jumping, like. All right, I have gotten the room code, so we will be starting this shortly. And we are not sure what map we're playing actually, but we will find that out shortly as well. It is going to be Crystal Assault.
It will be one of the crystals.
Yeah, I don't know actually if the best of 5 map set changes anything.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
But either way, we will be getting into this shortly, and we have 2 absolutely crazy teams. We're going to find out what the map is for you guys. Thank you, YOLO. I appreciate that. And we have everybody in there. All right, making sure everyone's ready. I'm good to go. Energy Canyon is what we're going to be playing. Okay.
You in the room? Yep,
I'm ready. All right, everybody's ready. So we are going to be getting into this basically now. And whoever has hosts, we are just getting them to start it up. So this is going to be... yeah, and shocker, guys. I know you're surprised by this. On Crystal Assault, we're going to see Shell and Judix. But let's hope that they can be a little more efficient this time on getting their ults there, because like that really honestly that hurt a lot in our previous match, and might have actually been the difference maker in that Crystal game, is that Judix just not being able to get there. And I think that he was having a few connection issues, and that's why he wasn't able to do that as much. But you were seeing you're seeing one side have twice as many Fire of Justices on the Crystal. And okay, so we have Thomas playing back, and it's the same for both Judixes. They're basically just playing back, just doing whatever damage they can from afar. And we're going to have Peep just go and try to take him out. This is going to be pretty big if Peep can end up getting this kill here, but there is going to be some backup for Thomas. Oh, Peep gets the kill anyways. Can he take out Eternal as well? That would have been crazy, but Eternal does live, and he's going to go get a heal there. BMO is just trying to take out Eternal after the full heal, and he gets him. This is going to be pretty big, though. He's going to try to go around, which is going to definitely be able to help, because that's going to take out this head glitch. BMO is in their spawn, and I think the Judix knows he's there. No, Thomas doesn't know he's there, and that is brutal. But it is going to help take him out. Oh, definitely. And Eternal opting to go. That was a really good play by Eternal. Instead of going in there and just dying for no reason, he actually goes out and just starts taking it out. Wait, I am surprised that they went back to go get one player when they had all 3 of them over there.
I feel it's more valuable just because of the DPS.
Yeah, but you have all 3 people on the target. You'd think you would just stay, but especially because they still haven't killed him yet. How did they not kill that?
He's just hang off.
What ended up happening, I think Thomas, when they were coming in from the side, Thomas just killed everyone. And that ended up saving Eternal. Eternal's already back to full. This is crazy. And Thomas is just going back to heal and just making sure that no one goes to ult their
they've got so much damage out already.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think that they have the luxury of being able to play and just go drop their ults off. They have to kill these people now. They are just way too far behind to actually just let him go attack the crystal. Right there, Thomas, what a great 2-shot. He does get wall peeked by bugs. What are you going to do there? I mean...
exactly, but they've got double the HP here, so...
Man,
we would hope. All it takes now is a Shell ult and a Judix ult, and that's GG. So they're going to be pretty aggressive here.
I'm not going to lie. I thought Peep went invisible like way too early right there and was going to like go through the map. Because if you're in Shell's invisible state, you're not affected by anything on the map. So you will just fall off the cliff. But luckily he did have enough time. But right here, this is going to be huge because with a ×2 damage, a Shell ult and a Judix ult will be able to help. But at ×3 damage, either or will win the game for you at 28%.
And they're making a they're making a
Wait.
massive push here.
Why is Pete? Oh, Pete doesn't have his ult up. That's why. Yeah, there it is. Close. Yep, it's going to be over. I was wondering what Peep was doing, but then I realized he didn't have his ult up. Yeah, that ult, the shell ult's all it takes at ×3 damage. So that is why they were able to get that. And but what a play. What a game indeed. Thomas absolutely destroying on that Judex, though. He was just keeping Eternal alive through everything because of the simple fact that
it's so much valuable as well. Yeah. Especially just doing that amount of damage, that Eternal can get those kills if he needs to seal them off. And also just in that position, you've got so much information and you've got so many viewpoints that you can right side peek, and you can just stop hassle them from the distance. Where you've got, if you're playing with a Lesser and playing with a Shell, then they don't have the range to compete with that Judex just farming them. So
yeah, exactly.
Just get that information.
And oh my God, his team needs to be thanking him so much for just absolutely hitting those 2-shot headshots over and over. because Eternal was so low over in Crystal, and he was just doing damage, and like Thomas came out from the middle and just hit all the headshots in the world. Man, that's, you can't ask for more than that out of your teammates. So I'm going to go ahead and get them the code here, and then we will be starting very soon.
Crystal County. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah, and don't worry, guys. I will make sure that it's the solo control this time.
Yeah, let's play a game called Waiting Another 10 minutes because we've had to watch.
Yeah, the bots that aren't moving keep the game intact. So that's... Yeah, so, hey, you know what? I'm so glad we could provide this valuable feedback to the beta testing team for tournaments. But hey,
I mean, we did it purposely, right?
But I'm not gonna lie to you. We should all give a big round of applause to T3 for having this built in and having as few bugs as it does, because like T3 is a very new game, and to have like an esports like basically platform for people that want to create tournaments that actually works, like, I mean, unless the person themselves screws up like I did. So like the bug, I won't even blame them for it, because I probably should have done that. But yeah, so to have this is really nice, and it will be on Crispy County. I do have it on Control, not extended. Although I kind of wish we could have saw that on Control extended and get another round out of that last one. So
I love it. Makes it so much more intense when you've got
But all right, we do have everyone in here. We're just making sure everyone is ready. That way we don't start them on the wrong characters or when they're just not ready. But looks like one team's ready. All right, both teams have Zahid ready, so we are going to go in. All right. Okay, so we are going to start it. And all right, so and so what's the score at? Is it 1-1 or 2-0?
1 apiece, yeah.
Okay, well that's good. That means we get a game 4. Always a nice thing. The more games in these tournaments against these top teams, especially early on when there aren't that many tournaments to kind of like be able to go through. It's always
just a learning experience as well.
Oh, exactly. Very helpful. And so the more games, the better. And okay, we are going to go ahead and get off. And BMO, we are going to start with and see how he kind of takes this right here. He is going to need to get that Sentry turret out, and he does have a little bit of lag here. So interesting to see how that ends up affecting him. BMO is on Europe, I believe. And
He's NA.
Oh,
He's NA.
okay. Well, it's on my host, so we're on NA host. Oh wait, he's on West Coast though, so that doesn't help him.
I believe he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So but
so are people in the other team, and the other team is South America. So
all right.
I think there's going to be lag both sides. It's just interesting to see who gets the better out of it.
Oh wow, that right there is why that turret
huge double there.
And that is why that turret placement is usually the one you'll end up seeing a lot.
Yeah.
Is because it is so good at getting over those walls to where you can't hide from it. And for things like Aletas, if they double jump, even if they are hidden from it, it'll immediately start picking them off, and it doesn't miss. So it's really
the most important thing. It's like when you've got higher ping, if you're playing with a robot that just doesn't miss at all, it can add you so much value if you're like struggling ping wise.
Absolutely. And Thomas, like, I mean, that Judix is crazy, and he is just as good at Sindri, so that's good to see. Always means there's going to be a good match when you have people that are really diverse in their characters. And to be able to play him at a high level.
No one-trick ponies here. You've got
oh, man, that is so rough for Peep. He goes in to go kill the turret, and then he gets hit by the Sindri ult on top of it.
That feels bad.
Thomas
going back to get that turret back on top of the.
Yep. And for those of you who don't know, the Sindri's second ult gives you armor, and it also gives his turret armor. So instead of killing the turret just in time, it didn't kill it and got him killed instead. Man,
it's so annoying to play against.
Yep.
Like, it's pretty toxic. You just place your turret with that, and then the turret has like 12k health.
Yeah, it's really rough, and there's no way you can predict that that's going to happen to you either. So it's not like he made a mistake. Yeah. He did what he was supposed to do.
It's to destroy the the shields before destroying the turret, but then no one really thinks about that. They go for the thing that's shooting them. So.
Yep, and honestly, like, Thomas was behind the wall. He couldn't even see him, so there was no way to know that was going to happen. But you do have Peep waiting right here to get his revenge. Jop hits him. What a shot!
I was surprised that hit.
I'm very surprised that hit. I don't even know if Jop knew that was going to hit, but right.
Okay, I just jinxed him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He went rogue, and sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Oh, how did that miss? That web. That's rough.
Yeah, no clue. Yeah. Looks like a very close game so far. About to get even again.
Well, at first I was wondering exactly why the web hit, or I mean, why Jop was able to hit, but now I'm wondering why these webs are missing. So, but right here he's trying to go around and get bugs, but he's just getting chased. Oh wow, what a good job to dance right there, and that got
net as well. That was huge.
Oh man,
double ult and net. Yep. Well, very well played there.
Oh, and Eternal is about to get just turned on. Oh, Peep getting a really good.
Should be getting the cap here though.
Yeah,
that's huge. They managed to get the cap before they could reset.
I mean that. Yeah, I mean the pressure was just huge there. They had no choice but to back down, and the other two had died. And then the Aleta, like, just huge props to Eternal to be thinking about it. And instead of chasing that kill, he went to go touch that hill, knowing that he was the only one to get there in time. And he's going to go and just try to pressure them in their spawn and just keep it to basically where if everyone's low when they come out, that turret is just keeping them pinned down. And that is such good placement by Thomas. They do just end up killing Thomas to get rid of the turret. But
when it's something that needs to happen, but
100%.
They really need to get a cap off here. It's going to go to 99%, and then
and just hoping through overtime that they can get it. Right here, they have to kill. Thomas has to touch. He can't, and they are able to get the control. Okay. He did get it just in time. Okay, so. They have basically one shot at this, maybe two if the Aleta can touch. Nope.
One shot.
Yep. They're going for a one play. They waited till everything. Oh, Thomas still alive. He actually recalled the.
That's huge. 3v2 now.
Oh, and what a web!
And the
And
net. Okay, now they've got the cap.
Jop,
They've got control.
all he's got to do is take Peep out. Peep able to use his ult, and he does get taken
Great
out.
ult
But we do have the Aletta on there. He's alone. Oh, no, that Sindri ult's going to be just so bad for BMO. He's going to have to try to get away and just keep touching it and just run. He's going to have to touch and run over and over.
Yeah, oh, he can't even... Oh,
Yep.
These games that we are getting...
That is the best control you could get. That's what I was hoping to get from... That's what I was hoping to get from these teams. I mean, that is
That's
just...
what you love to see.
Oh, for sure. And Jop on the Scotty. That man is just so good. Not just at the headshots, but the webs he's hitting. I mean, dancing everybody just at the right time. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really ask for much more out of your Scotty than that.
No, that's perfect. And you're going to be so happy as a team
to
come back and get that win. Especially when it's a 99-100 win. One team is so happy there. Morale has had an all-time high, and the other one is gutted. So this is going to give Team Easy a very good advantage to try and get the win the next game, and then they'll win the final, and then they're going to get that massive prize pool that T3 and Rushley have put together.
Yeah, and like no lie, Jop and them waiting to go in there, that was huge, because. And I didn't know what they were waiting for at first. I didn't know whose ult they were going for. And then I looked down and realized the Sindri needed like 5 more seconds to get his ult. And so the reason they didn't go in there was they wanted to make sure their entire team had their ultimates. And that Sindri's ult's what won them the game. Because BMO was going to take everybody out in the hill right there at the end. And then the Sindri just throws down his ult and throws down a turret. And BMO, he has to stop trying to kill people and just run away. And then he has to stay alive to be able to tap the hill over and over until his teammates can get back. And he's going to die to that turret no matter what at this point. So he has to get out of the hill and behind a wall just so he can come back to tap the hill again.
Exactly. And then at that point, when you're going in to tap it, unless your teammates are very close, it's just going to be everlasting until you eventually just get team wipes. Because when you've got 3 people just on the hill and they're pushing in 1s and 2s, there's nothing they could really do. So that's great control at the end.
But it was really smart of them to wait for that, and and they obviously chose to go in like solo, or they chose to go in with 1 attempt instead of having a chance at 2 tries. That way, they were just waiting for.
That's the thing that makes the difference between a very good player and like a pro player. Just in terms of, most people would have just been like, oh, they're on 80%, and then just run in straight away, and they probably would have got team wipes and then not had enough time. Instead, they took the time to organize, and then that paid off, and they got the win. So sometimes just 20% is a lot more time than people imagine, especially when you've got overtime. Just take the time to figure something out before just YOLOing in. And
it's also much better to just sit there and go in once. It's better to go in once than twice and go in prepared and actually win. Because if you throw in 2 haphazard attempts, you might be able to, they're going to heal up completely by the time that you come in again. So you're just going to have 2 bad shots at winning instead of 1 good shot. So it's much better to have 1 good shot than 2 bad shots. All right, we have been given the room, so we should be starting shortly. It's 2-1, so this might be our last one, or we could go to a game 5. Exactly. I don't know what we will be playing, so... All right, we're asking to see what map and game type. Are we going to see an escort come in? And if we see escort, please God make it extended, because if you make
what? No,
wait, is that TDM?
No, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with TDM.
It could be Clash. I mean, Clash is slightly better. It is what it is. They have to put their teams in ahead of time. What if one team just chooses to play like Chemist Tank?
This is what I don't like about TDM. I've had a lot of rants about this. Basically, there's so many things that happen in TDM when it's in competitively. There's a lot
Uh,
of spawn camping, waiting for ult. So you're waiting for a Yara ult, waiting for a Lavela ult, and
uh,
then as soon as a team gets a kill lead, you go back to your spawn because it's so much easier to defend with ults and push with ults.
yeah.
So it just makes it a much more stagnant, especially on crossroads when you've just got right side peak versus right side peak. It's like it's just
Yeah.
gonna be a standoff for 4 minutes. Like there's
Yeah.
been 0-0 draws in tournaments on this map in TDM. 0-0 draws. It's just 5 minutes watching nothing. So
And
we'll
at
see.
that point, like both
Hopefully
teams,
it
yeah,
doesn't
both teams know what's gonna happen before it happens. Why don't they just tell the tournament like leader, like, we're gonna both pass on this, but
Yeah,
instead of
I
sitting
don't know
spawn,
if this
but
map was
yep.
sorted out beforehand or
Yeah.
not because
But they
I'm
won't
surprised. I'm
they
expecting a
won't
lot.
they won't do that here though. They're not. They know it's on stream. They're not gonna not play. Uh, one team did choose to have Lob, and the other is gonna have Aletta, Scotty, and Wah. So the Wah and Scotty's second ults.
They're great odds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering if I don't know who the last person is on the team with the Lobula and Scotty. I'm gonna laugh if they just play Wah and they're just gonna have so many second ults that can just cancel you from doing anything.
It's if they can put pressure because while second ult is good, but when you're against a Labula that can just shoot through the wall before the Hua can even use the tornado, then that's just gonna happen. It's gonna. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It'll be close. It'll be a close game. I don't think there'll be more than 10 total kills or like 10 from a team. We'll see.
Wait, there is some dispute about Oh, okay. No, there's some dispute about which teams are playing what. I'm wondering if one team saw what the other team's playing is like, wait, no, that's not what we're supposed to play.
I don't
Because
like that. Let me change it.
yeah, it's like, wait, I thought they weren't supposed to play that. Like, isn't that their control team? Like, and I'm wondering if that is because they just realized, like, wait a minute, this is not going to work out. So I'm really curious to what this third. I'm really curious to see what this third person's going to play. I would let you guys see, but it does give you the password and lobby ID. So until he gets in here, okay. So he's playing Aletta as well. So okay, maybe they literally just weren't sure if the other team was supposed to be playing it. I don't think they were scared of it. But that's interesting though that both chose to have the Aletta and Dodge having another second ult from something like a Shell or Waling.
I wouldn't have picked Aletta at all. You get your ult way too quickly for TDM. I would have played way more passive with some different heroes, but oh well. We'll see what happens. It should make it more exciting if you've got a lot more ults in play.
BMO just better hope that he can go invisible because he better hope that he chose the bomb. Yeah. All right, we are getting started here. We will go ahead and go to that. And this actually, I don't mind Aletta here because the wall peak's good, at least. But man, he's gonna have a trouble with that Waling though. The Waling can just kill him, even if he ults. That's the thing. Unless he has decoy bomb up. I mean, all they have to do is shoot him in the head. His other ult doesn't do anything. His second ult.
And even with decoy bomb, the heartbeat can still see that.
Oh, true. And you can just extrapolate.
Unless going very aggressive.
Yep. Oh, yep. And it looks like he does.
Okay, this is interesting.
All right.
That's a push and scat.
Oh, and they just left Jop behind.
Very early kill. Okay.
Man, I did not see that coming. And Thomas does hit the wall there, sadly. But he is just waiting back, just hoping they cross that corner. Eternal trying to be annoying and make him come at him. But they definitely back up. They're not going into that Waling willingly, and nor should they.
Exactly. It's gonna be
Jop able to dance BMO. Great ult indeed. Let's see if Bugs. Oh, Bugs also taking out Eternal and the Waling. Great job, dude. Bugs has been an MVP for his team all day.
That was great. They've got a 2-kill lead.
Definitely. And the Eternal. Wait, did Eternal not see BMO there?
5-1. Go on.
That was weird. It's almost like he didn't see it or he just didn't care. But it basically just made him get shot in front and back. BMO does get taken down because he just had everyone on him.
I mean, they've got a massive lead now. It's quite hard for them to...
Yeah, especially if they're going to stay back.
Great kill there, though.
Yeah, if they're going to stay back with these ults, which, I mean, I'm not going to blame anyone for staying back in their spawn for $500. But, I mean, they are coming back, though, and honestly, I don't think it's that great to stay back against this team just because of the dance and the Wah ult. Like, allowing them to have that map positioning, that's where you go wrong.
Exactly, and
you want to...
ult moves so much at the moment. It's quite buggy, so...
honestly...
And he gets killed by BMO.
Yeah, them actually going back's probably what ended up making this closer because they started playing scared instead of doing what they did to get them there and just playing dominant, keeping map presence and not letting that Walling do what he wants. Keeping that Walling just hidden back is what they have to do. And right here, they're willing to just play it safe. Oh, BMO gets webbed out. Man, as an Aletta, when you get webbed knowing there's a Walling looking at you...
It feels bad. It's a bad moment.
Why did Eternal get back there? He's still alive with all of his health, too.
And they've got Hua back up. And he gets caught in the...
Oh, wow. Great job.
And they brought it back to 8-9.
Okay, so I get why he did that. So Eternal went back there to basically make everyone look at him so his Walling could push up on the map. And he's going back in their spawn. Oh, he gets the heal in the back. That is rough. But
the 5k there is really annoying sometimes.
I mean,
it's very aggressive.
What an ult and then kill. Oh, he got him. Oh my god. What a flick. And he got all three of them. Eternal over here.
They've turned this thing around. They've completely turned it around.
Eternal proven he's the MVP. He got mad that I was saying good things about Bugs. Oh, wow. What a bad spawn time. That timing. The Aletta's doing it by himself, too. That's the craziest thing. The Aletta's getting the kills while Wah and Scotty are across the map. So they aren't doing damage on these kills. Eternal's actually doing all the damage to these kills.
He's so close.
Have you ever seen an Aletta do that? Have you ever seen an Aletta do that much damage while double jump dashing?
I know, right?
That's absolutely crazy.
14-11.
Oh, that was a good job by Eternal to hit his
14-11. Okay.
To hit his decoy bomb out. That was smart.
Yeah, I thought 13 had this in the bag when they were winning. What was it? 6-2, 6-1?
Yeah, 6-2.
14-11. 45 seconds left.
Bugs gets a lucky tornado bounce to get out of the line of sight of Thomas. And Thomas just hoping he can hit the Aletta. Nothing he can do.
Might get picked off here. Okay, 14. Oh my, why is it so close? 14-13. 30 seconds left. Dad is going to... Okay, this could be actually massive.
With 23 seconds left, it looks like they're just waiting for... they waited for ults to come up. They were waiting for ults to come up. Eternal coming from behind. And it's mathematically impossible. They're just going to hide. They're just going to hide.
Oh my baby. And that is...
what a play. And the reason that...
Oh man, I'm so happy for
the reason... the reason that they stayed... the reason that all of that comeback started in the first place was simply coming down to the fact that they were willing to play a little defensive and they let the Wah push up on the map. And, okay, let's be real though. The main thing was Eternal. What was that?
Man, he just turned up completely. Just getting kills, popping off, distracting. Oh my, mate, that was a great game. Usually, I hate TDM, but that was the most intense TDM.
Oh, dude, that was the best match of the night. Best map of the night's TDM. God. Alright. No, but,
I mean, it's 3 a.m. but it's early for you. We shouldn't be slow.
True. But, man, can you believe that? I've never seen an Aletta have that much movement and that much damage. That was crazy. Dude, he was just killing everybody. He was on a 7 at least at one point, and I think the only reason he died was he's fighting all three of them by himself in the spawn. Like, what a play. And, and Team Easy coming in first, 13 coming in second, and Eurovision coming in third. Congratulations to all our competitors today. Thank you all for coming. Man, what a great job by everyone. And that last game, I don't know if there is an official MVP thing or how they want to do that, but I'm giving it. I mean, how can it be anyone but Eternal?
This is the thing, like every member of that team had a great game. Like every one of them. Like Thomas had great games, Joker had great games.
True.
So Eternal, like it's just.
I mean, Thomas turning up on that Crystal Assault with the Judex, just hitting every headshot, saving Eternal's life on Shell, and like, you just can't talk enough about it. And then Jop's job. And
yeah. Should I can get Thomas into... We could have an interview if you want.
Oh, yeah. Just bring him in. Yeah, bring him in, for sure.
See if he's checking.
But man, I would definitely Oh no, is he not? But
I'm just happy about the win, as you should.
Man, what a game though, and just great job by our competitors. Thank you so much to Rush League and T3, both for putting on this $500 tournament. Is he coming in? Did you say or no?
I was still not replied, so we can just finish what we're doing.
Yep. All right. Well, I mean that's all we got then. All right. I don't know if I'm even. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to do an interview anyways, so I probably shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Good thing we didn't.
Yeah. So I was gonna do it anyways, but all right, guys. Hey, you got to do it for the fans, all right? Yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. And thank you, YOLO, for being a great co-host. And congrats to our winners.
Nice to meet you.
Yep, you too, buddy. All right, I hope you guys...